I think mine is just better than yours, okay?
I started exactly 6:55.
And now chat has
And
no idea to the context other than just me saying mine is better than yours.
No, your penis is not better.
That's not what I was saying, but now that you're gonna... Listen, if you're gonna argue that, we can argue that. I mean, like, you know.
I know.
That's not really what I was thinking, but, I don't know, chat. I don't know, chat. You know... We might have to have a contest for that.
And Jen, if it was down to PCs, I can promise you, mine is probably better.
If we're going by a graphics card, sure. Oh, you don't show up. Hold on.
Like the difference is like you have a more modern AMD CPU. I have a more modern AMD GPU. No, someone mentioned Supreme PC. I made the penis joke because there was no context, and I wanted to keep adding to the what the fuck territory of that because it was funny.
You're not showing up on my end. Hold on.
Oh no. Ride the wave of Doggo. They all did this themselves. Yes, they did. There's nothing but ritual playlists in Destiny 2 anymore. Not even seasonal content anymore. Agreed. Hello, welcome, Sleepy. Temp, I'm working on some models while I listen to Dogwave. Well, good, Jojo. Flop it out. Let me give you a rating. Oh no. By the end of the day, we will find out who is better. Temp is just
Why
better.
is Temp's thing not showing up?
Oh, I just realized my webcam wasn't open.
Why, Temp, your Fugi is not showing up at all.
Really? Hold on. You might need to re-add it.
Making me do work.
Yeah, you gotta do work.
Literally just copy pasting the exact same thing.
Yes. Well.
Refresh cache.
My Fugies all should work. I don't know why it's not.
There we go.
Fugi death? Fugi death is indeed real. Oh, there's two of me.
It's like Twink death, but even better.
Temp is recovering from everyone taking turns with the dog tonight. Oh no.
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
What, from Heartbound? Temp didn't get to be the dog that night.
Yay, I wasn't available. The funny thing, here's what's great about that.
Magma was available, even though you both streamed together. I have a feeling that our friendship is on the rocks right now because of that.
My plan that night was to do the new Alliance raid with Malice and Dom.
I know.
And the Dom was like, I can't. And then I found out, like mid-stream, like near the end of my stream with the Magma yesterday for Abiotic, that I had to leave the house to go carry heavy shit. Yeah. Immediately after stream was done. So we took advantage of that and went out and we got ramen and pizza.
Congratulations.
We dipped the ramen in the pizza. Sorry.
What is it with you and...
Other way around, we dipped the pizza in ramen.
I need like a piece of AI. Somebody can gen this if you want to use AI art or whatever. But now I need just a picture of Temp. You don't know what he looks like, so you'll have to be creative.
Use the model. Use what the model looks like.
You'll have to be creative. Of Temp dipping pizza ramen into pizza.
I've just come because apparently we have an order to, you know, put down a pupper. Apparently we have to put a pupper down. Chat.
Sorry. I hope everyone just heard Bull say, I have come.
Why are all my Fugies having issues right now? That's really frustrating me.
Ramen with pizza, how does he hold
the
soup?
Cum zone.
The thing is like, I totally imagine you say, I have come, and then it's just that, like, cyberpunk meme.
Why do you come?
Oh my gosh, thanks for the Dogwave tax. I appreciate it.
Science Dog Night was fun. It was. We'll be doing more Science Dog for a bit.
Ooh, Science Dog.
Yeah, we played, me and Magma played Abiotic yesterday.
Hell yeah. Is it fun?
It is fun.
Fuck yeah. Now we just gotta get you, Magma, and Kree to stop being autistic chicken shits and go play together.
Oh, fair. I just arrived. Welcome, Gabby. Bull, you must perform the mercy. Pour ramen all over the Za and himself.
Oh dear.
So I did dip chicken bacon ranch pizza into curry ramen.
Oh, how nice. Chicken bacon.
The more you say this, the more I feel like I have every legal right to shoot on sight.
See, Bull, this is the kind of shit that he tried to feed me when I was at his house.
No, it was not. What I tried to feed you while you're here was the same thing, but instead of pizza, it was a proper sandwich.
Hey, Temp, you know what ricin is?
Oh gosh, don't say that.
You.
Listen, Walter. Listen. Don't be funny, all right?
Look, I'm just saying I have a lovely batch of cookies for him.
See, I actually have to make cookies tomorrow. I found a recipe for ricotta lemon cookies, and I have yet to make them.
Interesting.
And then you're gonna leave. Then you're gonna let your dad clean up.
No, I have to clean it all up myself too.
I've seen Tobuscus trying to get Grok to put a shot of a cucumber on Willem Dafoe's looking up pic. It was painful how dumb Grok is. That is dumb. Chocolate for the dog. Yes, chat. A lot of people. You know what's weird is a lot of people are treating the Willem Dafoe thing like he's magically gone trans. Well, without recognizing that Willem Dafoe has been kind of funky for a long time.
Willem Dafoe is Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe does Willem Dafoe things.
Willem Dafoe is just Willem Dafoe. You can't question him.
I know that he commonly gets put into roles, and I think like one of his best roles will and forever be like the Green Goblin.
Yes.
But he is a comedian at heart.
Yes, he is.
I don't know about like Robin Williams level, but he's kind of around there.
No, yeah, I would say kind of like below Robin Williams, but like if you watch any horror movie that he is in, the performance is just immaculate.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No matter what he's in, he puts his effort in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, most of the stunts in Spider-Man 3, and I mean like MCU Spider-Man 3, he did himself. That was one of his stipulations, that he did a lot of the stunts himself. So that fight scene in the apartment between Peter and Norman, that was all done by Tom Holland and Willem Dafoe.
Chat, it's like they didn't cast him as the Green Goblin, they cast the Green Goblin as him.
Accurate. If I was
guys, no, sorry, I want to say this. Let me ride. So I was just simply gonna say, guys, I don't know if you know this, but that serum, that actually was a live performance. That wasn't acting. Willem Dafoe just unironically has superhuman strength and can just smash through walls and shit.
That actually was him seizing up right there. That wasn't unironic. That is his. That was him becoming a superhero.
The only other person I would say is probably in a similar field as Robin Williams is Fluffy.
Fluffy.
The Mexican guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gabriel Iglesias.
Yeah, Gabriel. So, look, like I'm sure he's
obviously no one's ever going to be to Robin Williams standards.
No, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. It was just I don't know if you know, but he got in trouble for stealing some jokes.
Oh, he did?
Did he really?
Oh yeah.
Temp.
Oh yeah, there's an entire thing in the comedic world about it.
Temp, what you like is a lie. Oh my goodness. Temp would send me his shit all the time.
I think it was George
not
Lopez
send you his shit all the time.
Who busted the closed secret about that.
Yeah.
Temp, what are the 5 levels of fat? Talk about the racist gift basket.
Oh, I've seen it, Chad. Now I'm starting to wonder if that's a stolen joke now.
Well, no, a lot of his jokes he says are commonly from his own experiences.
Yeah, but if it's correct that he's stolen some of his jokes, maybe that one was stolen. I don't know. I don't know. Now you're making me wonder.
I was gonna
Another
say,
skin for the
like,
Temp.
on YouTube, there's autistic detailed drama reporting about it.
I mean, well, here, let me put it this way, and I'm not gonna condemn him for stealing jokes, because at some point or other, everything is quote unquote stolen. I mean, the meme of "let me copy your homework, but just don't make it similar." That's a meme for a reason.
He lives a stolen life.
I'm not giving you, shit for liking the guy. I'm just saying I know this thing, and I thought I'd just tell you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If you still like him, like whatever.
Well, the thing is, like, I still like Linus Tech Tips. I'm not gonna say he's the best person ever.
Gross.
But when he does his funny content, that's good. Not all of his content's great, but
chat, please do not unsubscribe for Temp saying that blaspheme in your ears.
Fluffy push Latinx as well.
Oh no, I didn't even know about that.
Well, okay, did he push it or make a joke about it? Because he is, like,
He
is
spicy.
Mexican. And he has made
He's
racist
Mexican.
jokes before.
He's Mexican. No, I didn't gather that, Temp.
Well, no, but, like, making a Latinx joke when he's Mexican, it very well could just be, like...
Mm-hmm.
Sorry if I completely just train wrecked what
No, we just started. Like, well, we just chill, like, at the start.
Well, there's nothing you can do to derail us more than we have already derailed ourselves. And that is mostly because of Temp, so,
Hey.
Oh, also, Aka, did you see that fucking thing I posted?
No.
Apparently in New Zealand, chat, you can just consign all your worldly possessions and shit, like, to a pizza place. So you give up all your shit, and then when you die, they legally just can seize all your assets.
Which one is it? Little Caesars?
No, it's a pizza place called Hell.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go ahead and stream this. I figure we'll kind of just we'll still chill, but I want to bring this up because this is interesting. Who saw that Battlefield 6 came out, or not came out, but like the open beta is this week?
Temp, your audio was doubling through your stream. So I have to mute I have to mute your stream.
Also here, Akko, in case you or Temp want to throw this up on screen. Just because I want to bitch about this.
I don't have anything unmuted.
I understand. I'm just letting you know on your when I have it open and listen to your audio, I can hear you twice. Just saying. Just saying.
That's weird because I can't hear myself at all. That's weird. Oh well. Where'd you put it, Bull?
Oh, I sent it to Akko. Akko, can you send that over to Temp?
Just put it in the Dogwave live chat. That exists.
I sent it to you.
Oh, there you go.
My Cinder video hit 14k views. Yeah, I've been slowly watching it.
Yeah.
What's interesting is I have a lot of people that tell me, oh, your video is gonna die, or it's gonna go off, or it's gonna stop getting views. I even had one guy say magically, they're like, for some reason, they're just like, you only have like 3k subs, and I'm sitting there like, bro, get some fucking glasses. I've got like 15, and I'm on my way to 16.
Non-stop growth.
So, because like, here's the thing. I was not aiming to have like a video that exploded in one day. I've told this to a couple people, and I'll reiterate what I said here. I wanted 10,000 views on that video. Bare minimum. Anything past that, absolutely awesome. I'm so happy that it's gotten 4,000 extra views than it did. Thank you for re-upping your membership for 2 months, Zen Master. And it's one of those things where I do get comments every single day. And the amount of people that like are there or watching, it goes up and down. Sometimes, oh fuck, it's not displaying the screen again. Are you kidding me? Damn it. No, don't remove that. Hold on.
I'm just waiting for you to finish your yapping, and then I can go bitch about the thing I want to bitch about.
You go.
I'm trying to find where Akko was saying like Akko could hear two of me because there's.
It's bugging you.
Yeah.
Well, while you do that, and I guess while Akka's
I fixed it. I fixed
chat,
it.
I'm just saying. Look, if pizza companies are getting away with basically saying you can sign over all your shit, so when you croak, I get all your shit, why shouldn't I? Should I just be evil, guys? Like, genuinely, at this point, should I just be evil?
Oh, see.
Clearly, consumers just want evil.
So what you're telling me is that you're going to dig into your deep merchant powers and tell people to get into deals with you.
Yes, I'm going to have all of the people watching, if they wish, they can just sign away all their worldly possessions, so when they kick off, Lucky Ian gets all their assets.
I'm fine with that. Can I have like a 1% cut of all of that?
Of course.
Okay, cool.
1% for all talents.
One for me and one for the hooker.
One for me and one for the hooker. One for me and one for the hooker.
War Thunder gives us access to historical infantry weapons from 1 to modern day airplanes and naval combat. That's a cool. Anyway, but what I was saying was I had planned. Thank you for becoming a yippie. Hello, Mr. Alstone. Thank you. I had planned for 10,000 views on that video. Anything past that, I'm happy with. You know what I mean? It varies between getting a lot of comments and sometimes not getting any for the entire day. But, you know, it is still week 1, and I'm expecting that it's just going to have a trickle effect of comments pretty much forever. So, you know, I'm expecting that that until it'll probably be a while, but I expect it to like slowly die off. Maybe, but technically it is evergreen content. And for those who don't know, evergreen content is content that will always be there. It'll always be worth watching. Not all drama content is, but the reason why I feel like mine is because it refutes things. And Cinder is a topic where her fan base is extremely like into her. Her fan base is extremely like always looking for updates. And so I feel like I've scratched the surface with people that are actually her fans that are interested in content about her, positive or semi-positive. That's another thing that bothers me is everybody's saying that I'm like bootlicking her, that I had one guy insinuate that I'm somehow like a paid actor.
Fucking what?
No one can actually act Akko's level of autism. It is.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no way you can, pretend this level of tism.
No.
Chat, if Akko was a paid actor, trust me, and I say I would have less migraines.
That's the thing is like, a guy legitimately was just like, oh, I think Akko's a paid actor, and I'm sitting here like, I wish I got paid for that. Oh, I wish.
Also, I don't see chat ain't telling me that it's wrong to offer people that they can give me their shit when they kick off. And also, that's cold.
I hope Temp gets blessed by with the algorithm like Akko. Yeah.
That would be nice, yeah.
We always hope that.
Like some people have brought up some interesting points that I thought were interesting, but overall I don't feel like it took away from my main video. One of the comments brought up like, why didn't you bring up everybody's shit? Because yeah, I didn't bring up quite a lot of stuff in my video. That's because I reached a point where I was like, okay, I have this that would be worth talking about. I have this that would be worth talking about. But then I started to realize, oh shit, this is 20 pages long. I need to start trimming some fat. And even after like even after the script was done and I gave it to people, I had some people tell me this could stand to be made a little bit less, and I agreed because like, yeah, there was a lot there. The original script had more in it and it included more, but I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna let what I have stand on its own. If something significant comes out that requires me to significantly alter my point, I'll just make another video. But yeah, I mean, like so far, what people have said, a lot of the comments have been coming from people that actually aren't presenting arguments. They're just saying I'm stupid, or saying, why are you keep talking about it? It's in the past. It's in the past. We can't talk about it anymore.
If someone was a paid actor, it would be Rage.
So.
Oh, thank you.
Actor is done by the same dude who was the second actor for Paul McCartney.
Oh god.
Fuck.
Part 2. I'm not making a part 2, chat. Unless there has to be a pretty damn good reason for me to make a part 2. And there really isn't. Currently, it could change. 2, 3, 4, 5. But currently,
sign the bull bargain. There's no downside in this lifetime.
But yeah, my thought is, I agree. Not everything was included, but my basic message wasn't to just include every little bit. Because if I really wanted to sit through, watch everybody's reactions, which I did, by the way, I did watch everybody's reactions, and I did write down quite a lot of notes about what people had to say and think.
By the way, chat. Sorry, I just want to say, chat. Shame Occo, because they didn't take my advice when they were being autistic about slander and libel. They didn't put in the John Jonah Jameson clip.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
Shame them, chat.
It's a good idea. I could have included it. Like, I appreciate that as feedback. Like, you know. But no, like, I will say, just like as some extra bits of commentary, I did listen to every individual, like every big individual in the sphere that like knew her or friends with her. I listened to their reactions, and some of them spoke like, yeah, I knew this bitch. I can't believe she would act like this. And I'm just sitting here, all right? I'm just sitting here as somebody who doesn't watch these people, who often sees a lot of these people being catty bitches, who will act up and will get into drama and oftentimes will say whatever the fuck they want in order to get ahead. My thought process is, yeah, I don't care. I don't care. I don't know you. And if I'm an outsider looking in, and I'm just looking at the 5 main Google Docs and the reaction videos from Lily and Bao, which I wish I included more from Bao, but again, like, there were parts that I was like, you know what, this is getting too bloated. And I felt like what I had was good enough. But like, I looked at everything and I was just like, I don't care. I don't care.
Radioactive, stupidly huge stock / Zentrea drama. Wait, Zentrea had drama this week?
Yeah, I can talk about that after this. But let me finish my point. Like here's the thing. Here's my thing. Some people asked me why I didn't like include some of the reactions from the people, and I was just like, because I don't care. Like, yeah, I agree. Silvervale's a victim. Fucking who else was on there? Because like there were a lot of people that she blacklisted. And if I wanted to include all that, it would be 5 hours long, and I didn't want a 5-hour long video. I wanted a hour and a half, 2 hours max video, where I basically came out and said, I don't agree with everything that I see here. The lack of information is bothering to me. If it doesn't bother you, that's fine. I think you're kind of stupid, but, you know, it's whatever. My goal here isn't to ultimately, like, exonerate Cinder. That's never been my goal from the start. My goal was just like, yeah, this is what I think. I think some of these people are stupid. You can agree or disagree. Some people agreed. Some people disagreed. I have not seen people make good points to the contrary. All I've seen is people say, oh, you didn't include this. And it's just like, yeah, because I don't feel like it fits. I don't care that X person said they knew Cinder. People have just as much reason to lie and just as much reason to not or say things a certain way because that's what all these people do. These people are all on a very big stage. They're all competing for limelight. They'll do whatever they can to push away somebody. And yes, I do believe that a lot of people can all lie about the same thing because that's what people do. It happens. I believe it probably happened here. If I'm wrong, if Cinder comes out and says, no, you're wrong, they are right, okay, that's fine. But I will believe my stance until something changes. So, no one accepted Cinder's apology. I disagree with that. You're not going to see anybody publicly be okay with her apology. I have seen quite a lot of people infer that there's a lot of VTubers that even if silently are giving her love and support. But no, my belief is that, like, yeah, a lot of people said things. I'm disregarding them because I don't care about what a lot of these people said. They have just as much of reason to lie. And if we want to get technical, chat, let's remember, you don't have any friends on the internet. All right, Mr. Medicare, you don't got friends on the internet. There are no friends. And so even if you meet in real life, I would say that, because I know that some of these people met in real life, some of these people actually did IRL interactions. I don't care. I don't care. I don't actually believe that a lot of these people were friends. Based off of how all these people acted towards her, I don't really think they were really friends, because real friends wouldn't do that. All right. And I base that off of when me, Mizu, and Lumi got into some tiffs with each other. Is real friends don't do what I saw a lot of those people do, which is bullshit. So
pretty much.
So yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm free to be proven wrong, but I don't want a whole bunch of people just coming out and saying I'm stupid for doing something. I actually want to hear the people that I accused answer. And if they don't want to respond, okay, that's fine. I don't care either way. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I thought about like what I would say if one of them did choose to respond, or Shy Lily decided to respond or whatever. I legit thought about it because I was like, okay, what is my response going to be? And I thought about it. But other than that, it's just like, I don't care. These people make so much more money than me that even if they did respond, depending on what they say, I just don't care, you know? Collab buddies. I legitimately think some of these people are real friends. Or thought that they were real friends. You know? Like, here's a good example. Me and Temp have met IRL. I've been to his house. I've eaten with his family. With a lot several times, yes. I've met people in his family that he loves. I've met his extended family that he hates. And so I know Temp. Like, I would say that I have a deeper relationship with Temp than some of these girls do, based off of how they chose to act with each other. And you're welcome to say, oh, they were just upset with how it happened. I can agree with that. But, like, I don't agree. I don't know. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, I didn't include it because I didn't think that it really fed my opinion. My opinion is some people lie. I believe that some of these people lied, and that's it. Anyway, we're talking about
Matt Mercer.
No, we were talking about Battlefield 6.
Yep, we were talking about Battlefield 6, and Akko just completely consumed the conversation.
I'm sorry. Somebody talked about it, and maybe it was one of you. Maybe it was you or Bull that brought it up. Maybe it was.
I brought up a goddamn pizza place that you can sell your fucking worldly possessions to.
Maybe it was you that distracted me, good sir. It was you.
I'm gonna hit you with a rock. How about that? I'm gonna go Cain and Abel on you.
I'm gonna go Ethan Ralph and say, "Oh, I bet it was you that actually did that to your mom. It was actually you, Flamenco."
Oh, you gotta go Ethan Ralph on me. All right, come here. I'm gonna give you the Portugal beat there.
Oh dear.
I'll catch up on chat. My main problem is Akko calling liable. Yeah. But everyone has their things.
It's libel and slander. It's libel and slander, not lie.
Yeah.
I've heard it both ways. The right way and then yours. Okay?
Liable.
I'm gonna fucking hurt you.
I'm assuming you know where that's from, Bull.
Yes, and I hate you.
Akko has been demoted now that the podcast we call Dog Jew. Oh no.
Dog Jew.
Dog Jew.
The Bulldog podcast.
The Bulldog.
It was already hella packed with content. No. We'll be called Rabies. Dog Rage.
Dog Rage.
Okay, that's fucking good. Someone keep that in your pocket, in the back of your pocket. That's a good one.
Yeah, when
the kayfabe of the friendship perception, to me, the Shy Lily versus Inner Breakdown is pretty much a vibe check.
Well, what's interesting is I had somebody tell me, they're like, "Are you sure that Shy Lily and her were actually friends?" And I was like, I feel like they even if they weren't friends, like, you know, because that's the other thing. Sorry, I'm gonna go on this and then we'll move on. Even if Shy Lily herself wasn't like 100% friends with her, which I kind of got the vibe that she was, because like you don't do, I mean, like you do collabs with people that you might not be friends with, but like I feel like they should have been friendly enough to at least been like, hey, what's going on? If not her, then maybe any of the other people. And if nobody thought to say, maybe we should ask, then that's fucked up. And I think that they're shitty friends and that maybe there were no friends after all. All right? And I don't want the excuse, oh, they were just hurt from X or Y thing. I don't care. Like, literally, when I was being a retard and I held hostage the Under the Tea Discord account, Mizu tried for multiple hours to try and get me to see sense before he actually said something. And that's because he wanted to salvage what was a friend. A real friend, all right, will do his best to try and slap you before he actually, like, does something. So I just...
Before he punches you.
Yeah, so, like, I think that... I don't think any of these people were friends. At least not deep friends. And again, I'll use the Mr. Medicare, nobody's your friend on the internet, so...
Yeah, no, this entire thing, like, because here, I've seen this kind of shit. Those motherfuckers, the motherfuckers that don't talk about something or don't even confront you, they're the fakest fucking people. They were those people in high school that just believe the bullshit and don't ever bother to try and be like, hey, what the fuck's going on? And these people just never grew up. They never grew out of it.
Yeah. I mean, Shy Lily does admit that she's got mental problems. I'll believe her on that one at this point, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And it's just, that's what I'm trying to point out is I have seen this kind of shit so much, like in real life, on the internet. It's all the same bullshit. It's why, like I said, I look for authentic people because you can smell inauthenticity real quick.
Do I smell authentic to you?
Yeah, you do. And a high degree of retardation.
Oh, good.
Well, there's definitely a high amount of that.
And you smell like heresy, and you need to apologize to the Italian community right now. Temp.
No.
Italian community? What did Temp do?
Dip pizza and ramen?
Oh, yeah, you should apologize for that, Temp.
See,
Listen, as a 1/16th Italian, I need you to apologize.
I'm going to ask this. Have either of you seen Lion Field?
No.
No.
Okay. They're two Italian guys who will, like, basically kind of do react content.
Hey, can you pause one sec? I got something important. Festiva asks, are we friends, Bull? Fuck no! You're a weird gremlin that lives in my basement. I actually tried to shoo you off, and you're still here. Nah, just kidding. You're a good dude, Festy.
Turns him spooky upside down. But no, these content creators will react to different, like, food creators who are making, like, different Italian dishes and, like, call them out when it's like, what the fuck is that?
Call them feeders.
Oh yeah, the funny Italian brothers.
Call them feeders.
They're great.
And
they also had Chef Rush on. Holy fuck, that was great.
Yeah. Anyway, we're about almost 40 minutes in the Dogwave, and we've done mostly just talk about Cinder.
Festy, I said it. I do care for you.
There we go.
Oh, Festy, don't leave. Oh, I'm sad now.
There we go.
So, Battlefield 6 open beta came out this week, a couple days ago.
It did, yeah. How long has it been since another Battlefield game?
2042, which...
MommaOcco.
Do not call them feeders for the love of God.
2042, release November 2021.
Freaked out chat.
And I heard Battlefield 2042 was total dog ass.
Oh yeah, wasn't that the one with the female operator thing that pissed everybody off?
That was Battlefield 5.
Oh, okay.
That was Battlefield 5. Yeah. Anyway,
2042 was glitchy, buggy, and just downright dog shit.
So, the open beta for Battlefield 6 came out. When we got the reveal for Battlefield 6 and EA showed off a bunch of stuff, people were like, I'm cautiously optimistic because a lot of this looks really good, but I need to play it first.
Okay. I've never played Battlefield in my life.
Battlefield is just EA's Call of Duty, essentially.
That's what I figured.
But The open beta had an all-time peak as of yesterday of 521,079 players.
Nice.
And I'm hearing a lot of good things even out of the open beta. And one of the big things is that EA has already said that the inspiration, like for like the gameplay style of 6, is leaning more into like Bad Company.
Okay.
While that's nice to see that they're finally bringing back features they got rid of, I'm gonna still say I need to see it drop, because I heard people gassing the fuck out of 2042, and lo and behold, it was a steaming pile of shit.
Well, all I will say is that it is an open beta, so it is free to download right now to play.
Okay.
So if you're interested in playing it and try it out for yourself, it's there. As of right now, let me refresh this to make sure it's accurate. The accurate player count right now is 331,529 players.
It is quite a lot.
That is a lot, and Lumi just got on it.
Plus Lumi.
Literally
I just
just got on
fucking
it.
saw. Lumi, you simp! Stop simping for the FPS!
I mean, she's been looking for something. Lumi's like one of her original things was playing like Call of Duty.
Yeah,
so you
I
know,
know.
if she really likes it, I would say that she's found her new thing to play, her new Tism game, which would really suck because I just bought that game that her and Mizu were playing so I could play with them. And if she gets into Battlefield and stops playing that, I'm gonna be upset because that was $40.
Hey, now you know how I feel.
Yeah, I'll bully the shit out of her for that. Also, hey Lumi, you're still a chicken shit. You effing 1v1 me in COD. Bark, 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 bark.
Bolt, real serious here. You have to run over at least one of your talents with a Humvee if you play Battlefield 6.
Oh no, when I finally get on the Project Zomboid server, you're all fucking targets if I am behind the wheel of a car. So save often.
It requires me to actually play Project Zomboid. Do I have Night Rain?
I'm not going to play anything other than Satisfactory in Minecraft.
Hey, I do that. I play Warframe. You didn't include Warframe.
You play Warframe very rarely now compared to those two.
I have spurts like I do with... Okay.
Kinky.
Driving in my truck just after
You got Night So, Occo does not have Night Rain, and for those who don't know, me, Occo, Magma, and Ava, every other week, stream Grounded on Wednesday nights. So this upcoming Wednesday will be another Grounded stream.
Oh, also, in Grounded, do you have vehicles? Can I drive cars?
No.
Oh.
In Grounded 2, you can drive ants and spiders.
Nah, it's not the same. I need to hear the wheels go clunk clunk when I hit
You give Temp the dinner bone tag. Anyway, so an ex-Blizzard employee actually came out and said they hope that Battlefield 6 rips Activision a new one with Call of Duty.
Thank you for the follow.
Because they want COD to stop being lazy. They want Battlefield 6 to just basically be a swift kick in the nuts.
Yep.
And I understand that. I think EA has also said they're not planning to do skins like COD is. Thank God. Because COD has been doing the Fortnite thing.
Yeah.
I've seen some community response saying, we don't mind you doing skins, but we want it to, like, aesthetically fit. And I'm going to use Helldivers as a great example. Because Helldivers has already said they want to do stuff like Star Wars, Warhammer, they did Killzone, they did...
Judge Dredd.
Judge Dredd, exactly. They want to do stuff that would fit within the context of Helldivers. And that's what people want out of Battlefield 6, is just, if you're going to do skins and you're going to do crossovers, make it fit.
Yeah, not this stupid ass unicorn garbage. Like
Nicki Minaj, Lizzo, Jack Black, whatever, you know?
They included Lizzo? Are you kidding me?
I don't know. I know Nicki Minaj is one. I'm just kind of...
If they fucking included Lizzo, I want to... If I ever see Lumi playing that game, I will bully her incessantly until she cries about it.
We need Halo versus Helldivers. Halo crossover is definitely plausible now.
By the way, there already is some wonderful guy called Halo Fan or whatever made a wonderful show that had Helldivers and ODST in the same universe, and it was great.
Wait, Warhammer skins and Helldivers too? So that's not actually real yet, but the devs have said they want to do it. At this point, it'll basically come down to Games Workshop.
Seth Rogen was added?
Yes, Seth Rogen was added.
Gross.
I got a funny thing, just a side tangent on. So I was watching a show with a friend, and I think it was Invincible, and they really liked Alan the Alien. They're like, "Oh, Alan's fucking funny. I love him."
Yeah.
And then I told him, "You know who's playing him, right?" "No, who's playing him? He seems cool." And then I showed it was Seth Rogen, and they were like, "But I don't like him." Yeah.
I mean, Seth Rogen played Donkey Kong in the Mario movie.
That doesn't mean I like him.
I mean, I agreed. As a Pokemon fan, COD is not going to change. No, COD is never going to change. COD will change when we have a game that, again, kicks the teeth out of it, like Fortnite did. That's the reason why COD jumped on that train.
They also added Kevin Smith. What?
Yeah, they did.
What the fuck are you doing, COD? Are you guys just smoking drugs at this point?
It's one way to get that generation to play video
It
games.
is, and that's exactly why they're doing it. Which is why people are hoping that if Battlefield 6 does skins, to make it thematically fit.
All right, because that's really depressing if that's how slack-jawed and just fucking retarded the next generation of gamers are.
It
Like,
is.
Jesus.
On the note of next generation of gamers, how about the next generation of Lego builders?
What's going on? Don't make
So
me sad.
apparently, Disney is releasing a new Lego Death Star kit.
Oh my gosh, there's a new Death Star. Is it just going to be a side piece cutout instead of like a circular one?
I don't know. We don't know. But the way that it
Another
looks is that
one? It looks really nice.
First look at the Lego UCS Death Star, 9,023 pieces, retails for $1,000.
Do not show that to Kree. I will beat him. I will hit him.
Do not show this to Kree. I will beat him.
Show it to Kree for abuse.
Yeah, about to say, where's my damn Kree?
Temp!
I mean, it looks very nice. I'm definitely getting the vibe that this is not like a circular thing, that it's a cutout. And the only reason why I say that is because of how it looks on the bits.
I just said it to Kree. Good luck, Bo.
You motherfucker! You know what? You're both going into the fucking antechamber, and I'm just playing My Little Pony
Oh,
max
dear.
volume for 9 hours.
I could do it.
Are you saying you're into My Little Pony?
No, I know it'll torture Kree. I thought
yeah,
it would torture Temp.
No, here's the thing. I watched all of seasons 1 through 3. Unless you mean the newer MLP, and then fuck you.
Oh yeah, no, I'm playing the newer song as well.
I hate you.
Yep, fuck you.
There's just... Oh, gosh. I don't want
Temp is a massive changed my mind. I like getting reactions out of people.
Temp has a death wish.
So I noticed a few people asking, where's the Matt Mercer stuff?
We're getting there.
How about we do that now?
You want to do that now?
I'm curious
Let's do
because
that now.
I don't know much about Matt Mercer. All I know is he was a funny joke in Saints Row 3.
So
that's about
I
it.
will fully admit, I'm going to say it up front right now. The thumbnail states that he is done. That is clickbait.
Oh.
100.
See, I did that because you did that.
I told you it was clickbait, and you ignored me.
It was at work when you told me.
Oh, he was the Critical Role dude. Oh,
Yes, I told you.
Work when you.
Oh, Role.
The Critical Role DM. And he has been since 2015, which is why this is pretty, big. A bombshell announcement from Critical Role has sent ripples across the internet. Announced on July 2nd, for the first time ever in Critical Role's history, there will be a new Dungeon Master leading a core campaign instead of co-creator Matthew Mercer. Campaign 4 will have a new host entirely, Brennan Lee Mulligan. Dropouts Dimension 20 Dungeon Master. Mulligan will step into Mercer's role when the 4th campaign launches in October, while the latter will step in as a player for the first time. So, already stating right there that Matt is not done.
No.
He's not quitting. He just
DMing.
wants to stop being the forever DM.
Exactly. Now, some people, Clownfish, has stated that this could mean the end of Critical Role eventually. Because Critical Role has kind of already been going downhill since tabletop gaming has been going downhill.
It has,
general.
yeah. And we've really got nobody but Wizards of the Coast to blame for that.
Exactly. Well, no, not just Wizards. Paizo,
Yep.
Games Workshop, both of them are detrimental into this as well.
Okay.
If you want to know some stupid stuff about Paizo, just so, like, I won't go too deep, but all I'll say is this. They decided to eliminate race from the game. And
Oh, yeah,
forget what
I
the
heard
fuck
that.
They call it. It's something stupid. Like, it doesn't really affect anything, essentially, but it's like, seriously, you have to change words around because you're scared of words? Grow a fucking spine, Paizo.
Exactly. And Games Workshop is equally guilty from the whole female custodies issue. And there are apparently new lore for the Grey Knights.
Is there new lore?
Yeah, that's what me and Lore Master were ranting about the other day while you were drifting out of consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know quite the full thing about it, but the Grey Knights, which is one of the many legions of the Space Marines, their whole thing is if the Emperor ever leaves the Golden Throne, to haul his ass back.
Why would he ever leave?
Who the
Because
fuck
he
knows?
wants to get... First off, you know, at least a lot of people, we believe the goal is when the Emperor is revived, he gets off the fucking couch and is gonna go spank all his children that are still alive and then fucking take over the galaxy as he should.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And people bring up the fact that the last time the Grey Knights fought a normal legion, they lost.
Yeah.
And if they want to put the Emperor back on the throne, they need to fight the Custodies, which are like other Space Marines, but on like
stronger
super soldier serum,
right?
But like 10 times stronger.
Right.
Like, let's put it this way: you throw the Custodies into a thing, nothing's coming out alive.
Mm-hmm. So everyone's
they're the
just
kill
been
squad.
laughing. Yeah, everyone's just been laughing at the Grey Knights because it's like they basically written them to be like those tough guys that are like, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass, bro. And then, you know, someone that is about that life gets up and is like, what's up? Let's go outside. Let's go outside. Yeah, I was just joking, bro. I was just joking.
So, yeah, but Critical Role has been doing fairly decent. So Mulligan was a guest DM for Critical Role in the past, and Mercer has occasionally stepped out of the role, but never for a full campaign. There are still plenty of details to be revealed. Will the entire original cast return as players alongside Mercer, who has teased both new and old faces will join him? Will they play D&D or Critical Role's new fresh game, Daggerheart? It was still a massive announcement, met with mostly positivity, but there was also fans who seemed hesitant about the change. After all, Critical Role is Critical Role still Critical Role if Matthew Mercer isn't leading the role. Push D&D actual play into the mainstream would be an understatement. So some people have actually said that they blame Critical Role for the state of Wizards now. I've heard a few people also state
that's retarded.
That it is Stranger Things' fault. I understand both ideas though.
Why Stranger Things?
Because Stranger Things, with the first season, D&D was like one of the biggest focuses of
They got
like,
a bunch of fucking Zoomer fucking consumer losers into D&D.
Yeah, and the same thing happened with Critical Role. I can't blame the people behind Critical Role for that.
Yeah, like, I don't send any hatred toward them. It's like, you know, I think it's nice, it's fun. It's just that people need to not cater to fucking normies about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Normies
And
have
that's the
to
thing is like
adapt.
Stranger Things did that. Critical Role did that. Do I blame the Duffer Brothers? Do I blame Matthew Mercer? No,
No.
I don't.
Stranger Things should have ended at season 1. Agreed.
Yeah, agreed. Yes, completely agreed. It should have been a one and done, and it would have been one of the best TV shows to ever exist.
Yep, but no, gotta squeeze that pig for everything you can.
Yep. And I'm sure
Yeah.
even after season 5 is over, they'll find a new way to milk it.
Oh my fucking god, why?
At least season 5 is starting and ending this year. Thank
Really?
God.
Thank fuck.
Really quickly, chat, if I did notice I dropped some frames there. I don't know why, but if you're having issues with the internet, or if you're having issues with the stream, YouTube is always static. Otherwise, just F5 on another website. And I'll reread super chats later.
So, to
Kick
say that
is-
Critical Role
Kick and
pushed-
Twitch are still
Go
live, by the way, chat. So
Also, apparently, chat's agreeing with me that we should find and break the writer's fingers that made the Terminus decree.
in Minecraft,
Oh, 100%. No, we just break their fingers. That's it.
that's still a crime.
It's not a crime.
But what if we just accidentally step on, like they just put their hands down and then you just, oops, I'm sorry, I stepped on your fingers.
You'd
My
should-
bad.
I'm just
Still
saying,
get
I was
mad for
carrying the
that.
cinder block and I tripped and dropped it.
My bad, bro.
Darndest thing, you know, I was following the road, veered off, and then my Jeep Wrangler crashed into your house.
Your children are now gone.
There was a puddle of water. My car just kind of slipped, and I drove into this pizza building like 2 miles away, and a cinder block just popped
Why
out.
the pizza building?
And then because pizza buildings are typically made out of like old buildings, like old
Yes.
materials. And then that cinder block just miraculously landed on your fingers. I'm sorry.
I feel bad for the fingers.
Anyway, to say that Critical Role pushed D&D actual play into the mainstream would be an understatement. When the first campaign launched in 2015, led by Mercer as a DM and with talented voice actors, as players such as Laura Bailey and Ashley Johnson.
He's been doing
it
this for
was met
10
with-
years.
He's been doing this for 10 years. And that's why I'm like, I understand why he's like, all right, time to start like dipping. It's 10 years. It was met with almost immediate success. What began as a D&D actual play show has since spawned a multimedia corporation beast. Today, Critical Role has 3 campaigns, each having 100 plus episodes, with an average length of 3 to 4 hours each under its belt. A variety of live shows from London to Chicago, and a successful animated show on Amazon Prime, The Legend of Vox Machina, with the Mighty Nine spin-off in November. It even has its own app, Beacon, that allows fans instant access to streamed content and VODs, plus a game, Daggerheart, that aims to challenge D&D for dominance in the world of tabletop role-playing games.
Chat also
Yeah,
brings up politics, which I agree with.
Yeah. No, yeah, absolutely. Politics is definitely the part of it as well. It was like, oh, and you know what? I'm also going to blame the pandemic.
Yeah, pandemic also got a lot of fucking losers and normies.
You gotta stay in the house, and Roll 20 exists. Yeah.
All I'm saying is we need to just have an antechamber or a magic pain glove and make all these people wear it for a year so that way they stop being losers. Anytime they fuck up or play 5th edition D&D, pain glove activates.
Oh, goodness.
How's the world from your perspective, Temp? What do you mean by that? I'm curious.
Were you asking me or who you?
No, Demi in my chat asked me that. Like, what do you mean by that, Demi?
Chat says pandemic is how we got here. Pandemic is a symptom of a wider issue. Or the pandemic led to symptoms of a wider issue. I don't think the pandemic itself is the entire thing. Speaking of which, did you hear that apparently mosquitoes are a problem now?
They've been a problem.
Apparently in China, mosquitoes are like having an outbreak and spreading cholera.
Ha 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 ha.
Look at Aka's stream. I don't see what you mean there.
Oh. You don't see the issue?
No,
Oh
like,
god, that's Daggerheart has a section in the guidebook about wheelchair stats and states that as a DM you cannot target the wheelchair. I'm talking about modern wheelchairs.
Oh,
I will target the
kidding
wheelchair if I fucking want to, and you can't stop me. If you sit in a wheelchair, you're the first one the skeleton is going for. I'm sorry. Not sorry, actually, because fuck you. Skeleton
you're
goes
upside down.
Exactly, yes, you're upside down.
I'm in Australia.
No, I did that because people made a
I
fucking
know, but the
Italian joke.
I understand, but Australia is also considered like the upside down world.
Yeah, so he's Australian now.
He's Australian. Sorry, Temp, you're Australian now.
No.
But also, oh no, you're in a wheelchair. Don't worry. I'm just going to ruin your character by doing the one simple solution. I cast heal level 4.
And chat's right. Is Daggerheart is not going to be destroyed, or D&D's not destroyed by Daggerheart.
I cast form stairs.
There's only one way to fix D&D, and none of us. I mean, I'm sure a lot of us actually would like it, but and it would be for Hasbro to sell wizards to someone else. And that person or that company does better. But they will never do that because all Hasbro has to make money is wizards.
Yeah, and that's a good chunk of money for them that they don't really want to get rid of.
They sell wizards, Hasbro is done. Anyway, yet its humble beginnings, when it really did just seem like a group of friends playing D&D together and kindly inviting the rest of us to sit down and watch, still color the perception of the company in many ways. Critical Role is the blueprint, the ideal of what Dungeons & Dragons is all about, playing games with your friends by crafting stories and characters that you'll cherish forever, no matter who you are. If you're a fan of Critical Role, you'll have tried to channel your inner Mercer at least once. I haven't.
Pippa ranted saying that Critical Role ruined D&D. Well, you know what? I agree with the Yabbit. I'll agree with her on that. Also, thank you for meeting the gold chat. You have fed the Yippie, and so she will not go to Heartbound anymore. That will be a reoccurring thing, chat. If you don't meet the goal, the Yippie will play Heartbound.
I want to be mad at Critical Role, but not for the reason Pippa's saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, Akka, I'm way off base with you about that. Especially since I thought you said you agreed with us. Now you're saying because Pippa says it, now you agree Critical Role ruined D&D?
Excuse me? I'm just saying, silent. I also agree with Pippa.
Follower, be gone. But no,
the reason I don't know if I've told the D&D story on stream.
You've told multiple D&D stories.
The one that made us stop doing the campaign.
You've told that story, yes.
Okay.
You can tell it again if you want.
For context, this was at the time when Critical Role was publishing their own books and basically saying, hey, you could like use our books to homebrew like one of our classes into a proper D&D campaign. It translates perfectly fine, it works perfectly fine, and it's great. This was my first D&D campaign I had ever DM'd. Period. One of our people, what's the nice way to say it? Min-maxes to the upteenth degree. Like, if you don't limit what he can do in the character creating process, he will just make the best character possible out the door. Period.
Yeah, I hate those cunts.
And he did this with a Blood Hunter Minotaur, which Blood Hunter is a class from Critical Role. And the way that he described his character was, it was basically a paladin. Like, if there was anyone that was evil at all, he would just kill them. Here's the problem.
Everybody,
our entire party was evil.
Here's the problem is my character was a dark elf that liked to have sex with everybody and was morally ambiguous because her only goal in life was to kill people for Loth. So first day, I wanted to make him extreme because I knew that he acted like
No,
that.
this was like the third campaign, the third session we did.
Fair. Well, what I'm saying is, like, my first day, I was like, I'm gonna make this man feel as uncomfortable as possible because if he's going, oh, I'm gonna kill everybody that's evil, I'm gonna make Akko, or no, it wasn't Akko, it was somebody else. I'm gonna make this person the most evil sounding but also sexy possible. And what's funny is, even though he hated evil people, he wanted to bang my character, so he let her get away with shit.
So what had happened is we had a side quest where basically you need to go fish this like weird like Loch Ness monster thing out of the water. And it required doing so many rolls and to getting, lucky with your dice rolls to get this fish to spawn. And I thought, what if we did something different? And we're at this fishery and we decided that all of our players would basically get the owner of this fishery drunk. And
I remember this. I thought I came up with this idea.
Did you?
I might. It doesn't matter who came up with it, but
but the idea was to basically use our evil party to basically infiltrate this fishery to get a fish and sell it back to him, negating the whole side quest, and in the process of this side quest finding out another chain of events that would lead into something else, and it was going to be great. Oh, okay, have fun.
It was a good idea, because like the thing about D&D is if you have nothing but uniformity and you're just forcing everybody to do what the campaign book says, it's kind of boring. Like, I learned really early on that, like, if you just tell people, if you've got a better idea, you can do it, you're going to have some funny interactions. Instead of fishing to pay the man with fish in order to get information, instead you just do we're going to make him drunk, and then we're going to sell his fish back to him. That was awesome. That was one of my favorite ideas possible.
Uncover some, like, weird, like, I don't know if it was, like, a slavery ring or something that we had decided. But it was like something like really bad, and that would be like really not important. That would eventually lead back into the main story.
I can't remember.
But we never actually got to do this because of that Minotaur player. Because the action of stealing the fish and selling it back to him was evil. And he basically said, if you do this, I'm killing everyone and I'm quitting playing. And I had already done a PvP session the last time because one of our party members was a goblin that was a part of an enemy faction. So we had to have a PvP section that for this character to naturally join the party instead of just you exist in the party now. And he approached me after the session and said, never do that again. I don't like that. And I'm like, this isn't your campaign. I don't need to run this shit by you.
But he was just a prick, basically.
He was a prick. So we did this thing, and I said, fine, you don't want to do this. Threw the entire idea out the window. And we did the fishing thing. I was then criticized by our two veteran DMs, which he was one of them, and said, that was the most boring D&D session I've ever played. Why the hell did you do that? And I'm like, I had a full thing planned out, and you all said, fuck you, we're not doing that because it's evil. And then that was the last session we did because I was so pissed off.
Yeah.
It's better than shouting slurs.
This wasn't the Nemesis? No, the Nemesis would Nemesis would never touch D&D. The Nemesis is too stupid to do anything D&D related.
So, that was the last time I DM'd. When was that? Hold on, I could check when that was.
That was before COVID like ramped up, man. I was still doing it night shifts at Amazon.
Yeah, I can check actually. I just need to log into my Roll20 account.
5 to 6 years ago.
Come on, log in. Unless you're gonna be like, hey, you can't do that. Oh. It was a long time ago. A very long time ago.
Yeah.
So my first DMing experience was just instead of being told, here's how you could do things better, just being called an idiot.
Pretty much.
And not letting my ideas that we eventually worked very well into it. So I haven't DM'd since, and yeah, I haven't played D&D since. The most D&D I've played since is Baldur's Gate.
I would love to do D&D again. Ava's trying to like revive that spark of D&D. We'll see how it goes, but I would love to do D&D again. I'm sure Ava wouldn't shout down your ideas. I'm sure she would be like, "Oh, those are funny ideas."
I'm sure she would have loved that idea.
ERP D&D. Listen, Magma, absolutely not. I don't.
No, that's not Magma.
Excuse me, Cauldron. You both have similar fucking pictures.
It's fine. So yeah, that was my D&D experience.
Oh, hell yeah.
I know I've told that on stream before, but it's relevant to this.
What the fuck? Oh my gosh,
Anyway.
it's a glow squid head.
Wolfsbane sent $5 for more hats.
Yeah, it's humble beginnings, when it really did just seem like a group of friends playing D&D together and kindly inviting the rest of us to sit down and watch. Still the color for the perception of the company. In many ways, Critical Role is the blueprint, the ideal of what Dungeons & Dragons is all about. Playing games with your friends by crafting stories and characters that you'll cherish forever. No matter who you are, if you're a fan of Critical Role, you'll have tried to channel your inner Mercer at least once. Whether that means saying, "How do you want to do this?" to a player after killing an enemy, or simply putting your whole being into creating a world as beautiful and deep as Exandria. Wanting to channel Mercer is so common, it even has its own name, the Mercer Effect. To be clear, Mercer himself has spoken out about the unfortunate effect, and that everyone should bring their own creativity when it comes to playing D&D. There are more ways to play D&D than the Critical Role way, and everyone should find what they are most comfortable with. And he's right. He is 100% right with that. And it isn't just Mercer, however, that makes up the heart of Critical Role. Speaking to Rolling Stone, Sam Riegel quipped that the main cast are much like a family. We're a family that does business together and kills people. He is, of course, referring to the multiple baddies that their tabletop counterparts slay throughout the lengthy campaigns. Joke it may be, the colorful cast has been slaying monsters together for up to 10 years now. With so much more together, it's no wonder that some fans are hesitant at the change of dynamics. With Mercer becoming a player this time around in Campaign 4, not taking part in Exandria, but a different world entirely.
I'm sorry, they're on Campaign 4?
Yes.
Jeez.
Well, they said earlier that some of these campaigns, because they would like stream all of them, would go for over 100 plus episodes.
That's a long I mean, granted, campaigns can last years.
So, in Campaign 4, not taking part of Exandria, but a different world entirely. After all, it feels close to the passing on the torch that Mercer has spoken about before. Outside of the creative legacy and storytelling legacies, we've worked so hard to build the foundation of this company that we want to be the rest of our lives in a way that will shepherd everything we want to create. And in time, shepherd to the next generation of storytellers. Mercer told Rolling Stone, "I hope to one day pass the torch to a bunch of incredible people with new ideas and new perspectives to give them the space to tell their stories."
No new people, no new ideas. New people suck.
And we could be the distant creative grandparents to them and be proud from the shadows.
No, gross.
Stepping back to let new people into the limelight always comes with its fair share of risks. Particularly for a company like Critical Role, whose fame, while it cannot be pinpointed to a single thing, was certainly helped by the electric chemistry that friends have with one another. Even when Critical Role had huge guests, the main core group still remained a focal selling point for viewers. The inside jokes and the casual intimacy that are typical of friend groups are an irresistible tug for viewers because it provides relatability in a way that doesn't feel manufactured. Which is why the passing of the torch to Mulligan this time around will undoubtedly shake some longtime viewers, something which Mercer himself acknowledges. More and more, it is becoming clear that this isn't just an actual play web series between friends anymore, but a business. For a long-time fans, the distinction may be an uncomfortable one, but it doesn't make it any less true, and as far as I'm concerned, it was always a matter of when rather than if. As Critical Role continues to expand and grow through its animated TV series and other multimedia like video games, and has been vocal about passing the torch to a new generation, it would be naive to believe that it would remain the same format, same cast, same flavor forever. The reveal of Daggerheart, Critical Role's very own tabletop RPG, is its own indicator that the multimedia corporation is looking to the future to change. Critical Role isn't just Matt Mercer. It isn't just Travis Willingham, Laura Bailey, Ashley Johnson, Marisha Ray, whatever, all these names. Their influence and input are undeniable, and for some fans, it's completely irreplaceable. But Critical Role has long outgrown its indie-like roots, especially with its fingers in pies like Amazon and ad hoc studios. The only difference is that as time goes on, it's becoming impossible to ignore that Critical Role will one day outgrow its creators too.
Can I react to Pippa's rant if you send it to me? I mean, if she's ranting about D&D, I see no reason why we shouldn't react to it tonight. Send it to us.
Yeah, but send it to us right now. We'll rock it right now.
While we're waiting. I went to Taco Bell today. Because I miss Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I feel like tomorrow's going to be painful. React slop? Nah, it's going to be more than React slop.
It's Peppa. It'll be funny.
MommaOcco? Yeah.
Yeah. Chaos, if you want to send that to me, I'll pull it up so we can react to it.
Well, chat, taco is also another way of saying octopus in Japanese. So.
Which is why it's called takoyaki.
See, I wasn't educating people today, so you didn't need to say that.
Oh. Well, I was. So
I mean, technically, I technically was educating people. I don't know.
Which channel did I send it to?
There is a area for suggesting reactions. Dogwave suggestions.
Yeah, put it in Dogwave suggestions.
What was the Zen drama? I don't know. That's the problem. Is I heard that she got drunk and started being loose-lipped about shit, and then she had to apologize the next day. I don't actually know. Here's my problem. How can you fucking be loose-lipped about that? When you're using an AI kind of like thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, go ahead.
Well, I have to make sure the audio works on my stream before I play it.
Want to do is I want to DM a campaign for some of the phase girls. I've only DM'd once, okay, and it's been 2 years at least since I've played D&D last, 5th edition, by the way. Have you DM'd before? Once. I've DM'd once, and it was a homebrew campaign. I've never DM'd a campaign out of a book. It was cool. It was all Western and stuff, but it didn't last very long.
Oh gosh.
It didn't last very long. So yeah, it's been 2 years, so I'm extremely rusty on 5th edition, very, very rusty on D&D, and just in general, like, I'm a very inexperienced DM. I want to try DMing. Strixhaven, a curriculum of chaos, caught my eye, and I thought that would make for a very interesting campaign. Because, like, FaZe Connect has always kind of had, like, back in FaZe World, like, some of the girls went to FaZe Academy, the FaZe World Academy, to, like, become guardians. So fucking find the relics or whatever the fuck. There was FaZe Connect lore about an academy and shit, and that just kind of stuck with me. I was like, oh, Strixhaven would be like a cool campaign to run. I've never played Strixhaven. I don't know. I've never even seen anybody play it. It just caught my eye. So I picked up the book for that. I'm gonna study the book. I'm gonna look up more DMing tips and try and refresh myself. I need to refresh myself with how to play the fucking game. It's been so fucking long. But I'm also very anxious about it because I just know I'm gonna fuck shit up, and people are gonna be like, no, Pippa! You didn't, oh my god, you didn't tell the other girl that actually she has advantage on this because of her fucking, or the classic, this isn't Critical Role. This isn't what they would do in Critical Role. The iconic line. Critical Role has been a blight. I've never even seen Critical Role. I love Matt Mercer, but fuck, I hate Critical Role. I hate Critical Role and the damage it has done to our society. Oh god, I should watch it. I should give it a try. Maybe we could do like a watch along on Twitch or something of Critical Role, and I can be like,
don't do it, Pippa.
People are losing their fucking minds over.
Don't do it.
Oh yeah, actually, this is fantastic. I don't know. I'm sure your D&D streams would be fun. I felt kind kind of weird about like watching D&D videos before. I'm tangenting again because I was like, oh, if I watch like other people play D&D and stuff, it'll take away my natural reaction to playing D&D. You know, like I might accidentally like adopt other people's styles and stuff. But it's fine. It's fine. You start imitating them, yeah. It's not playing. It was definitely not playing. But I don't know. That's why I also never watched Critical Role, because I was like, if I watch Critical Role, then I'll have like this idea of what I'm supposed to do in my head or whatever. Because everybody.
How long is this?
Fucking Critical Role.
Almost done.
Okay.
Critical Role. Oh my god, Matthew Mercer. Oh my god, the character voices. Oh my god, if I can't play in a party with somebody who can do a unique character voice for every single NPC, well, I don't want to play at all. Or oh my god, party members should all play. Shut the fuck up. I have feelings about Critical Role. Critical Role is a big bang
I can
theory of
tell.
D&D. That might be why I'm having such an adverse reaction to it.
She's right though.
I can tell. No, yeah, like if I have not seen it because I haven't played D&D in a while, but I can definitely see where people would put a value on it based off of how good you are compared to fucking some other person that just did it on the internet. It's like, yeah,
Exactly.
I get pissed off if somebody did that too.
Hmm. Strixhaven is a plane and set in MTG, by the way. Yes, it is. I have the Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica book. I was like, I have a D&D MTG book.
Oh gosh, I think I have that one too, or I used to. Did Azahara make that clip? Did he?
No. Well, wait. I don't think so.
Okay.
I do not think so. So yeah, and we had a bunch of other stuff to go through. There is one thing I do want to go through, and it really does relate to D&D, or not D&D, but like tabletop gaming. Where is it? Because we could go into the Matt Mercer thing. Let's look at Daggerheart.
I thought we were going into the Matt Mercer thing. What the heck?
Well, no, there's a lot of articles there that really just goes over the same thing. So this is Daggerheart.
Okay.
Welcome to Daggerheart, a new tabletop RPG from Darrington Press, powered by an innovative card and duality dice design. Oh no.
Not cards.
Daggerheart.
No, seriously,
blends
no, not cards.
Tactical depth with narrative freedom, empowering each group to make the game their own. Daggerheart is a system where GMs and players share in narrative world building, and every choice matters as the adventure hangs in the balance between hope and fear. With streamlined rules, 279 beautifully illustrated cards, easy onboarding for fast pickup and play, story first mechanics, and more, Daggerheart is calling.
Why
Started.
cards? I agree. Why the fuck are we doing cards?
I do kind of like the orangutan here. I'm feeling that.
Are you now?
Mood. The art's actually pretty good, but the whole cards and like jump right into our quick start adventure. The Sablewood Messengers, this guided experience will walk a game master and 2 to 5 players through a quest deep in the ancient forest of Sablewood with the rule book in hand and a step-by-step scenario to lead you. You'll go from page to page in no time. The quick start adventure contains 5 level 1 pre-generated characters, along with individual character overview, character sheet, sidecar, and cards. A 5-act narrative
There's a
to guide
card?
you through a session of play. Sidecar, apparently. I don't know.
Sidecar.
Mechanical overviews for players and GMs. 5 adversary stat blocks in 1 environment. 3 optional NPCs, 17 character adversary or NPC standees, and 9 terrain standees.
Okay.
Hold on, let's look over the PDF real quick to kind of see like what we're getting into here. I mean, these are like your typical D&D like pages.
That
maybe a
literally
little
looks
bit
like.
more. Why? We have pronoun.
Oh, gross. Don't play this game. This game sucks.
We have pronouns.
This game sucks. Never touch this game, chat.
I'm waiting for like a
Thumbs down.
a wheelchair. Oh, and here are some of the cards. Level 1 loadout community. Loreborn. Being part of a loreborn community means you're from a society that favors strong academic or political prowess. Well-read. You have advantage on roles that involve the history, culture, or politics of a prominent person or place. Ancestry. Elf. Elves are typically tall humanoids with pointed ears and acutely attuned senses. No shit. That's what elves are.
So I'm going to assume what they did is they saw that Magic the Gathering was entering in to D&D only through the fact that like they were just doing a book series for it. And they're like, let's actually just take the idea of putting cards from Magic into fucking D&D. That's what I feel like they did.
Yeah. Which is I have problems with that. I'm trying to find a character because like I'm sure it's in here somewhere.
Chat, do I kill the
they
Wandering
can't-
Trader? Press 1 if you want me to kill the Wandering Trader.
Yep, here it is. I was like, it has to be here somewhere. And here's a they, them.
Oh, no, no,
Where's the
cancelled.
wheelchair?
Show me the wheelchair.
Is there no art for that one to indicate what they look like? No. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing indicating wheelchair stuff. Hold on, can I do this?
No witnesses,
wheelchair is
chat.
not even mentioned in this. But no, like I'm sorry, chat. I'm gonna say this is a no-go from me. You're mixing too many mechanics with the cards, and you're doing pronouns. I'm good. Thank you.
No witnesses, chat. No witnesses.
No, we're no. Just no. No. Hey, about tabletop games. Who's heard about the fun problems with Games Workshop? Excuse me. I didn't say you could close the article.
Oh, did it try and close the article on you?
It took me back to just Yahoo, like the Yahoo News, which is where I found this fucking article.
Oh.
Assholes.
I didn't see anything. Good, chat. You're all good. You're all good beans.
What on Holy Terra happened to the Games Workshop logo? If you're
Did
a
they
nerd of a
change
certain
it?
age, the red and yellow Games Workshop logo will be immediately familiar. It once emblazoned the little shops in city centers across the country, where you could buy little plastic or resin or pooter men or elves or dwarves, and battle them against one another using an arcane set of rules. These shops, once simply called Games Workshop, now refers to themselves as Warhammer, in an attempt to associate the brand more closely with the games being played rather than the corporate entity behind them, which has gone on to become one of Britain's great success stories. The Nottingham-based firm shared 18 million pounds with a staff in 2024, following pre-tax profits in the hundreds of millions. So perhaps it was inevitable that, having divorced the identity of its products from the company behind them, it would succumb to the clean, dare we call it, dull logo trend that has seen entities such as Google, Facebook, and Jaguar adopt a line of sans serif text over previously recognizable word marks. So here's what the logo looks like, chat.
I'm sorry. The left one is the old one, right?
Yes.
Objectively, that is just a straight downgrade. Here.
Internet Sin Master discovered Mom has milkers and gave $5. Yeah, they changed it to a new one recently.
It's so bad.
You know what that reminds
Right.
me of? Here, I'm going to send this to you.
Okay.
Reminds me of that.
Yeah, it does. I don't even need to watch the video. I see what you
Well,
mean.
pull up the video
And yeah,
so people... Or at least pull up the thumbnail.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Just pull up a random image from where he's showing the simplified logos. It's like literally when all of the corporations simplify their logos, it looks shit. There's no brand recognition with it.
I have a better idea.
Oh, that works too, I guess.
Yeah, no, Akka's right. It's 100% this. Like, you're removing the old logo for Internet Explorer with just what we have now. Edge.
It's just like...
And that's exactly what this feels like. It's like the soul is gone.
What is it with corporations? And, obviously this is Arch's fault. How is... Whatever you do, blame Arch for it. It's always his fault.
The change hasn't happened to the Warhammer and Warhammer community sites. They still have the Hammer logo on them. And it hasn't happened to pages like Games Workshop's Retailer Network's resources list. But it's on the Tabletop Gaming Giants jobs page. And at the top of the timeline, it maintains the chart, the company's history, where you'll see other interesting uses of typography, such as the wonderful old White Dwarf magazine masthead from 1977, which really does look like something Tolkien would have approved of. Digging a little deeper, you'll find photos of the first ever Games Workshop store in Hammersmith, such as in this news story from N-World, or E-N-World, I don't know. It's a different medieval typeface. It still ties in with the fantasy battles the company was portraying. This was well before the launch of the grimdark universe of Warhammer 40k, but the shop still references science fiction on its sign. In fact, the new typeface may be a callback to the one used in this incredible effort from 1975. Hold on, what is this logo? Oh, of course you're gonna break because you're using the fucking... Okay. A befuddled-looking mouse under text of questionable kerning that screams of the sort of home media design the company was using in its earliest days. As the timeline page reveals, a close runner-up as the company name was Games Garage. Sans serif fonts are perceived as being more modern, something that is a company, and indeed human, is anxious to display as it approaches middle age. They're also friendlier and more approachable, especially to younger customers. Yeah, because modern age children can't read.
Modern age children are just stupid.
Yes.
Sorry, somebody has to say it. Modern age
say
children are stupid.
They're very stupid.
Breaking into people's houses, doing weird ass TikTok challenges, getting themselves killed. They're all stupid.
Though that's probably less of a consideration for GW here, as it's not using the new logo for its retail stores. They're also easier to drop into different design contexts. This is something the best logos are capable of while remaining distinct and instantly recognizable, and come out well on office laser printers too. So what happened here is that the consumer-facing stores have completed the rebrand to Warhammer, and the company behind them can now become the sort of entity that concentrates on pensions and cleaning contracts for its buildings. It may have wood elves and flawless blades up in arms, multiple arms if you're a Gene Stealer cult, but it's exactly the sort of thing you'd expect a modern company to do. Games Workshop has been approached for comment, but has not delivered one. So they changed their logo, and it's ass.
That's like Comic Sans. No, that's not Comic Sans. That's just like a regular font. I could copy that font, and then I'd be doing trademark infringement.
Yep, you would. And it is so bad.
In fact, chat, I'm going to do that right now. Give me a moment.
It's so bad. It's such a shame how these companies just seem to lose the plot. I wanted to talk about because apparently Horus Heresy, the new edition of Horus Heresy, is also doing awful. But there's no articles about it. I literally asked someone I talked to that is a Warhammer nerd, because he's been talking about how bad Horus Heresy has been. If they know where any articles are about Horus Heresy, and there's nothing. He actively said, there is nothing. The best I can point you towards is a video. And I'm not going to make Akko watch a video about something that honestly,
Thank you.
It's better for me to just watch it on my own stream. So, I'm not gonna put Occo through that. I think this article was already enough for Occo.
No, you can continue going. I mean, like, I think we're all enjoying it.
Well, to be fair, this is the only thing for Games Workshop I had.
Fair.
Because I couldn't find what I wanted. Because no one will talk about the problems. Ever. So, we have Games Workshop doing this. We have Matt Mercer leaving Critical Role. And then Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast is off over there shitting their pants or whatever. Who knows? Like,
All right. My award-winning design is almost done. I just need to put a TM in there.
We had fun logos, not logos that look like you would see in a perfume commercial. At least Edge is a different browser based off of Chromium instead of whatever AIDS Vomit IE was based on. That's fair. That is indeed fair. Most of the logo simplification, Firefox being a good example, used to be dope AF before the change. No, yeah. I thought Critical Role fell apart years ago. No. Critical Role has been doing fine. It's just more lately, they're just kind of... The last time I heard Critical Role kind of being talked about in like a more negative light, because there was apparently a time when Sam Riegel just kind of disappeared and we didn't know why. And he came out a few years later and basically said, I think he said he had cancer. And he's been spending his time fighting cancer. And now that he beat it, but now he's getting back into it. And that was like the last thing I heard about that. And now Matt Mercer is leaving the DMing role.
There we go, chat.
And
that logo took me less than 5 minutes to make. I think that's using Open Sans font.
can you send it to me?
Yeah, I can send it to you. Oop, that's wrong person.
Nice. Yeah, here, we'll pull this up. And Akko's right. Oh, God. Like, you could just throw something together.
I could literally just do Dogwave and it would be perfect. It's a that's a modern logo. I agree.
From MommaOcco.
Tawa sent $5 for more hats.
Overall, tabletop gaming is just... It's especially been dying because we have so many different companies just kind of killing themselves, essentially. If you want more in-depth knowledge about this, I would actually recommend watching Clownfish. They have been following the tabletop scene for a bit now, and it's rapid downfall.
Mm-hmm.
I just figured because this is Critical Role, we should talk about it, and definitely worth talking about because that, you know, it's a big thing. We'll see if Matt Mercer actually leaving the DMing role is like if it's a permanent thing or
Octopus Mommy MILF avatar.
Whatever. But
yeah,
I think this is the beginning of the end of what made Critical Role Critical Role.
Unable to make sure they have sufficient product to move at launch, among other things.
Do Temp modern logo?
Much coverage.
I'll read the thing from Zen Master because it's for me.
Yeah,
and you can read it later. For Temp, Horus Heresy stuff has always been cursed by G-dubs being unable to make sure they have sufficient product to move at launch, among other things. That's why there isn't much coverage. Fair. That's absolutely fair. Matt being a PC and not a DM is the nothing burger. It's being blown way out of proportion. It is. It absolutely is. I think people are more worried about, like, what is this signal for, like, the future? Because the heart of Critical Role is slowly phasing out. But at the same time, like, one person shouldn't be the heart of it. I'm sorry, I like Matt Mercer. A lot of shit he does is fantastic. I mean, hell, he was Ganondorf in Tears of the Kingdom. And I have to say, Tears of the Kingdom Ganondorf is probably one of my favorites.
There you go.
Just because the role that Matt gave to Ganondorf.
There you go.
Here you go, chat. Dogwave, woof.
New modern logo, TM.
Here, hold on. Hold on, chat. I got you.
Who needs a fancy little yippee Dogwave logo? We're just gonna make that. Thanks, I hate it. And it's trademark, chat, so you can't touch it. No screenshotting.
There you go, chat.
What'd you do?
Look at my stream.
I'm watching your stream. You're showing the thing.
Oh, it's coming up. Don't worry.
Oh, your live stream?
Yes, I'm so glad to know that you don't actually turn my stream on.
Oh, I see what you did. Well, I don't have active video in the background though, unless I need to.
Fair. So I don't know. We could go on about this.
I already have like 20 tabs open.
It's just this is just it's a nothing burger, but it just continues to solidify the general downfall that is tabletop gaming. And it's a giant shame. It doesn't help that we had a potential successor for Warhammer, Trench Crusade, and then Trench Crusade just decided we want to shoot ourselves in the dick, and they did, and they died.
And it was kind of glorious and sad.
It was sad mostly because there was so much potential there, and they were just like, "Nah, we want to cater to the wrong crowd. We'll double down on that." Dumbasses.
And then they lost all their money.
They lost everything.
Makes you wonder, when will they ever learn, you know?
Like, there needs to be competitive things for, like, Warhammer and D&D, and that's Paizo, and that had a chance to be Trench Crusade, and both of them just decided to shoot themselves in the foot. Because modern audience. I hate people. I hate people.
I hate people too.
I hate people.
I reasonably
And
hate
remember
people though.
GW is owned partially by BlackRock. Who isn't partially owned by BlackRock? That's the thing. Just about BlackRock has their fingers in literally everything.
Are we partially owned by BlackRock?
YouTube is partially owned by BlackRock. So technically, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, I'm sure BlackRock has their fingers in all three of them. And guess what?
Chat, I'm owned by BlackRock.
ESG money is great for the short term. You'll lose 80% of your audience, but hey, the short term game will be worth it, right? Sarcasm. Yeah.
Not really.
Exactly.
Here's the problem.
Yeah.
As it's been mentioned already, and I'm pretty sure Kirsch has said this, they really don't care about making money. They care about creating a long-term standard. So as long as they're creating that standard, doesn't matter how much money they're losing.
No, yeah, absolutely.
That's why when everybody was like saying we won, Kirsch was so upset. Excuse me.
Because we didn't win.
No, we just won this short-term battle, and it's just like, you guys are really retarded if you think that we can be done now, because we're not.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, if we want some, I guess, good things in the same realm of tabletop, we apparently Neil Newbon had a interview.
where he talks about his mental breakdown.
Yeah.
That's not good. What the fuck?
No, he highlights some good things that happened with it, though. There's no doubt about the hard work that went into creating Baldur's Gate 3, from the programmers to the artists, writers, and actors. Everyone did their part in giving us arguably one of the best games of all time. From an outside perspective, though, it was our party companions that really made us fall in love with the game, one sassy vampire in particular. Neil Newbon's portrayal of Asarian showed us the range that the actor can bring to the table. It's not just about reading a script, but bringing emotion to a bunch of words. See? They get it! Why doesn't the anime community get it?
Why doesn't Jason Thorhall get it?
Anyway. No doubt, this is a tiring process, especially with the script as long as that of Baldur's Gate 3. Burnout is a real hurdle when it comes to performances like Neil Newbon's, and the actor was pretty candid about it. during a promotional event for Surgeon Studios' Dead Take, which is the new game that was published by Pocket Pair. I wanted to talk about it, and you kind of shut me down with that.
What do you mean?
A couple weeks ago, I wanted to talk about Dead Take, and you're just like, "Oh, we shouldn't talk about that."
I don't remember this, so it didn't happen. That's what
Anyway.
companies tell us, that if we don't remember it and we don't acknowledge it, it didn't happen.
Anyway, Newbon and Ben Starr took turns asking each other questions or taking a shot if they didn't want to answer. Thanks, Games Radar. Among the questions, Starr asked Newbon if he ever threw a tantrum on set. While that sounds like something Asterion would do, Newbon said he's never done it. However, he admitted to stopping the Baldur's Gate 3 shoot due to burnout. I've had burnout where I physically, mentally just shut down, said Newbon. That was during Baldur's Gate. We were working so hard. I was on other projects simultaneously. We were doing crazy hours, not abusive hours at all. We were all up for it. But it was very long hours, very long days, because there was so much to get through and great work. He narrated that he walked in one day completely drained from multiple projects. I'm going to guess one of those projects was Xenoblade 3.
And probably Warframe.
Yep. Well, no. Well, maybe. But the point stands. He walked in one day, completely drained from multiple projects, and just couldn't manage to get any work done. The team at Larian was mindful of Newbon's exhaustion and advised him to take a week off. Even though he said he'd be back in 2 days, the devs insisted he take a week to rest and recuperate. Isn't Larian just the best? Larian is great. We need more Larians.
We need more Larrys.
To be fair, Sandfall Interactive is very quickly becoming another Larian.
Who are they again?
Claire Obscure.
Ah, okay. Yeah, maybe. They're French, so we'll see.
To be fair, Larian, I think, is Swedish.
Yeah, but that's Swedish. There's a difference there. I've met a good Swede once and ever now again.
Yeah, Arch.
I was going to say Arch, but, you know, I'd say he's alright. I don't think I've met him, though. I think I've just met what he wants me to see.
Fair. I felt better, snapped out of it, Resident came back into it. He concluded. It's a lot. It's not as, I wouldn't say it's a nothing burger. It's just, it's nice to know that there is some studios out there. Oh, Larian's Belgian? Oh.
I got
Swedish.
I got nothing against Belgians, so that's fine.
But no, it's like, it's nice to know that there are still some companies like Larian who will actively, instead of saying, oh, but you have to work through that burnout, you have to do long hours, it's just like, no, we understand this. If we're going to have a competent product, we need everyone in top shape. Go home, take a rest, come back next week. And that's nice. Because sometimes you just need that. I would say we should watch this, but it's probably a lot of Ben Starr being Ben Starr.
How
which
long
is
is
an
it?
absolute shitlord. No, we're not watching that. That's an hour long. Absolutely not. But might I remind you that Ben Starr is an absolute shitlord, and we love him.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Like, we care about what these people's politics are, but Ben goes out of his way to just be a shitster. The last thing I remember him doing was
I got in touch with this wonderful investor that apparently wants to invest in us. So now we have investors.
Tempest Workshop Studios, right?
I can't remember his name. I think it was like something Shlomo Goldman, something like that.
What do you mean, Akko?
The name of Warhammer's company, it's Workshop.
Games Workshop.
Games Workshop, thank you.
But no, I think the last thing I remember Ben Starr doing that I called him out on it, and it was really funny, was the Final Fantasy MTG cards, where he did his whole skit with I'm blanking on the content creator's name. Hold on, I can look it up.
Ah, yes, and the other investor, I think his last name was Fink. So we got some wonderful gentleman named Fink who gave me a generous amount of fun.
It was And the name came to my head, and I completely lost it. God damn it!
No, we're just gonna no-sell my bit.
No, I know it's a BlackRock one.
Jamal calls him Swedish. Fair.
Jamal does call him Swedish.
All right, I'll get the hell out of here. I just wanted to shit post.
I mean, you're fine to just stick around.
Up to you.
Nah, I just wanted to shit post. Getting back to warframing.
You playing Warframe with Mizu? Oh, he's
He's
gone.
gone. He's already gone. Does that mean he owns BlackRock? Cannot confirm or deny. So let's change topics a little bit. Nintendo. Nintendo did a Nintendo this week.
You mean they pulled a Marvel?
Nintendo issued a warning to a speedrunning charity event in Japan, which led to the organizers pulling its games from their lineup. As the biggest charity speedrunning series in Japan, many have been looking forward to the RTA Summer 2025 event. The marathon, which would take place from August 9th to August 15th, 2025, first showcased its lineup of games back in June, from Cuphead, Silent Hill 2, to Skyrim, and many others. There are plenty of popular titles that gamers are familiar with. However, there's one thing that's noticeable, is the lack of Nintendo games. According to Automation, there was no official explanation behind this at the time. However, now the event organizers have shed some light on the situation, revealing that the exclusion of Nintendo titles was due to them getting a warning. On their website, they explained that they were contacted by Nintendo and were told that as a legal entity, they would have to ask for permission in advance to feature their games during the event on June 13th, 2025. Nintendo also stated that all previous streams featuring their games constitute unauthorized use. Given that the RTA hopes to stream Nintendo games at future events, the organizers have decided to comply with the permission request and have begun negotiations with the company. Because of this, however, they explain that the game's application guidelines and requirements are expected to change, though they'll provide information as soon as they have all the details. For now, fans should not expect to see games like Mario, Zelda in the upcoming event now that they've opened up about Nintendo's warning. As has been the case for a while now, Nintendo is known to have strict guidelines regarding its games or IP. This isn't even the first time the company has led to something like this to happen, as back in 2022, Smash Bros. Was also pulled from the EVO fighting game tournament.
Why?
For the EVO didn't ask. So Nintendo basically threatened to sue them.
Screw Nintendo. Yeah, Nintendo's getting worse and worse in people's eyes. It's kind of getting crazy.
Like, I'm to a point where I'm like, I probably will just never stream a Nintendo game. Period.
Bullshit.
I don't need Nintendo. Like, I don't care like how small I am. I don't need Nintendo popping into my DMs and saying, "Hey, if you don't remove this, we're gonna sue your ass."
Oh, I see what you mean. I thought you were like, oh, I'm not going to support them. No, you're doing it. You don't want to do it because you don't want to get sued. I see what you mean.
Yeah. I mean, would they care? Probably not. But
No,
they
they don't care anymore.
I don't want to.
Maybe.
I don't. So I don't know. Nintendo is just being Nintendo,
Yeah.
and it's a giant shame. Someday Nintendo will suffer for its BS and it will be hilarious. They won't suffer. I'm sorry. They're Nintendo. I wish you were right. But until I see any evidence of Nintendo sitting in the pile of shit they made and not throwing other people into it, I can't say they'll ever lose or suffer.
I mean, Power World's coming pretty close.
Power World's coming close and they have a chance. But until Pocket Pair wins that, I'm still on the side of saying Nintendo will never lose. At least anything major like that. They've lost some things, like the supermarket thing in Mexico.
Yeah.
Or no, it was Puerto Rico. I think it was Puerto Rico. But the point stands. Like, they have to lose a big thing in order for them to, sit and stew.
Uh-huh.
And so far, they have not. because they are Nintendo.
I have a dream. Temp.
Oh, yeah?
It will
What
happen.
is your dream?
It will happen one day.
It will happen one day. Probably Evo Poldo's house, as the event is owned by Sony, and since it's technically a Japanese company, they have to go by their copyright for the moment. No, yeah, that's exactly, very, very likely what it is. I'm gonna take the opportunity and let Occo read super chats, but I am gonna do my typical shill. If you like the content I produce or we produce, I greatly appreciate it if you leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell for more notifications, and join the Discord for the most up-to-date information on when I go live. We recently hit 540 subs over on YouTube, so we are getting ever closer to 600 subs, and I greatly appreciate the continued support.
Yes, and chat, don't forget to like and sub. Join the Discord. By the way, I have a throne, and if you don't want to contribute money and instead you want to just buy me something, do that too. I try to keep it up to date. Since I have a computer now, I'm just putting food on there, so if you want to buy me food, you can do that.
I don't know why these didn't go to Akko's side, but I'm gonna link them.
What? Oh.
My things, because they should have gone to your side because of the thing. But they didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. So, let me
Fine.
read some Supa's chat. Thank you very much, everybody, for donating tonight. Those that did. That's still money? Yes, it is. Well, okay, what I mean is, if you don't want to donate money, and instead you want to donate items, it's technically different. What I'm saying is that you have your options, all right? If you want to decide what I get with that money, basically.
VTuber with a jester /
I'll wait for this to read out. Thank you for the 50, Sly. Jeez.
$50. TBF. Smash being pulled from the EVO 2022 lineup could also be due to Sony's acquisition of the event.
Let me make sure I
But
pull out my
there was also
list.
that time Smash Melee was pulled from EVO in 2013 for a few hours before Nintendo rescinded their decision after backlash.
Appreciate that. I'm surprised that, like, so the way that the leaderboard thing works is it doesn't matter how much you donate, which I thought it did. I'm kind of surprised it doesn't. It depends on how many times you do super chat, which is insane. So I'm guessing that, like, if you wanted to get to the top of the leaderboard, all you'd have to do is throw a bunch of little $2 super chats and you'd be at the top of the leaderboard. By the way, if you are at the top of the leaderboard at the end of the stream, I do put you on a list for merch giveaway at the end of the month. So if you want to, there you go. It's a kind of a give back for people that decide to donate a lot. So anyway. Thank you, Sly, for the 2 Dogwave tax. The Dogwave tax has been paid. I appreciate that. Temp will not see any of it.
I really don't see a lot of it. I don't see any of it.
Well, once Ari comes back to me and says, here's how much his model costs, I will pay him for that. So, Zan, thank you for being a member for 2 months, and Mr. Alstone, thank you for becoming a member. Excuse me. Let's see here. Internet Zen Master for 10. Do not get me started on the heresy that is the new Terminus decree lore. No one on any side of the fandom likes it. I'm not into 40k as much as anybody else, so I can't really give a good answer to that.
Yeah, I
Although,
try getting Akko into 40k. Akko will not get into 40k.
it's not that I don't want to get into 40k, I'm just not interested right now. You speak in such absolutes like an autistic person would, Temp. I'm not saying I wouldn't get into it. I'm just saying I'm not into it right now. Internet Zen Master again for 5. It was the damn tourists / theater kids who got into D&D and people failed to gatekeep the hobby because we were too willing to let the normies in. I agree with that. We need to gatekeep our hobbies better, chat. Need to gatekeep our hobbies better. Wolfsbane for 5. It doesn't help with a few exceptions. Major D&D YouTubers, including D20, has their fair share of stepping into politics and trying to purge conservatives. Unfortunately, that does appear to be the case, yes. That happens quite often. It's quite sad because D&D is for everybody, and so at least that's what they tell me. They tell me D&D is for everybody, but I guess it really isn't. Internet Zen Master again for 10. Matt Ward rejoins G-Dub's writing staff. New Grey Knight's Terminus Decree lore is the worst grim derp since Coordinate Knight's incident with the Sisters of Battle. Coincidence? I think not. Thank you. Magma for 10. Daggerheart has sections in the guidebook about wheelchair stats and states that as a DM you cannot target the wheelchair. Talking about modern wheelchairs. Oh. No, I don't like that. I will specifically allow the wheelchair to be pushed over.
And like, if you want to do a wheelchair thing, you could do some like weird, like funny thing with it and have it make sense. But don't do it to just say wheelchair.
No, I agree. We'll spend.
Like, you want to be an artificer with a wheelchair? Down for that, because that could be wacky and fun.
Full span again for 5. Lastly, for D&D, I'd rather watch Legends of Avantris. They're funnier with their voices, and all of them are DMs for campaigns, also animated shorts. Isn't that the people that did the clown ones that I found pretty funny? They do a lot of different voices. That might have been them. I don't know.
No idea.
Magma again for 10. The best moments of the campaign that I'm playing with Lumi, Mooseman, Shadow, and Monkey happened when we derailed the campaign. Ask Lumi how a fiend was bested by a giant clown. Oh, you know, as a giant clown myself, I probably can guess. Thank you for the 10, though. Chaos Smash for 2. Can you react to Pippa's rant? Well, we did. Internet Zen Master for 5. They recently changed it to a new one recently. Looks like the worst corpo slop ever. I'm assuming you're talking about the logo. Again, for 5, but from Internet Zen Master. For the record, the stores themselves have replaced Games Workshop with Warhammer, but with a rather unique typed font. Yes, and it looked bad. Toa for 5. I was saying 10 years ago that 3D printing was going to eat GW's lunch if they didn't come with anything good. Not suing anyone. Plan? They didn't. It is. Yes, it is. It is way cheaper to just print your shit rather than buy it from them. And Temp just needs to get a 3D printer.
That is an investment I'm not quite ready for.
I think I'm gonna get a 3D printer after I move. I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna raise some funds for it, and then I will find things to make to give away to people. I don't know. I want to 3D print shit as part of my journey into like being technology savvy with computers. I want a 3D printer. Maybe I'll buy.
Don't get me wrong. I would like a 3D printer.
Yeah.
But...
maybe I'll buy an ITX computer specifically just for the 3D printer. I get a computer for everything. That's an extreme waste of money, but I like computers now. So, I mean, I always like computers, but I like building computers now. So, Internet Zen Master for 5. But what about the dread attack on the Wookiees or Bungie getting folded into Sony? We're getting into the Sony stuff after this.
Oh, we are? Okay.
I mean, what are we going to talk about after this?
We have a few other things to talk about.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, like, I figured we would talk about the Sony stuff after this because just how it was going, but we can talk about other stuff if you want. It's up to you.
Well, we'll go ahead and keep reading.
Okay. Chaos for 5. Nintendo, I sue you. Me, back off or I'll introduce your face to your colon. Oh, that sounds kind of difficult.
Yeah, kind of violent.
Indeed. And Mercenary for 2. Giant with a Smith, Wild West spider, but as a chair. Spider as the chair. That'd be a cool. You know what? If a spider was your wheelchair, I would be inclined to say that's pretty cool. Thank you, chat, again for meeting the goal. The Yip, you got ice cream today. That's congratulations. Oh, goodness. Speaking of 3D printers, I got a company wanting to interview me to run their 3D metal printing and welding. Congratulations. That's going to make you a decent chunk of money because not everybody can do that. So you're going to make money off of that. Anyway, that's all of the super chats for now. Thank you, chat, for your contributions and love tonight. I appreciate that. By the way, make sure to sub to Temp so that one day he can make super chats as well, and then you guys can give him your money too, if you want. Anyway, I'll hand it back to you.
But as we get closer to 600 and even closer to 1,000, we'll get there. So, I guess we'll talk about the Sony thing.
I mean, what else did you want to talk about before that?
We also have Collector Shout and Roblox and a few other things, but that's okay.
We'll talk about Roblox a little bit later, but yeah, fair enough.
Sony Vice President Sadahiko Hayakawa, we are moving away from a hardware-centric business model to a platform business that expands the community and increases engagement. This is essentially Sony saying, we're going multi-platform.
Of course. That was to kind of be expected from them.
This was an
so
inevitability.
They're no longer going to be making consoles. They're just going to be making games for as many platforms as they can so that they can make as much money as they can.
PS6. They will 100% do a new PlayStation, but it does not sound like they're going to be exclusive. What I do expect is them to keep doing what they're doing now, where it's exclusive for a set period of time, and then start going to other platforms.
Yeah, Dog gets paid in head pats. That's fair. We'll pay him in head pats. Head pats only. He doesn't get real money. Head pat is the only currency he needs.
On the note of Sony, Sony confirms Bungie is becoming part of PlayStation Studios. This independence is getting lighter.
So, I'm going to be honest with you. Do we know the terms of their deal with Sony when it came to this merger a couple of years ago?
Back then, I don't know now.
Okay. All I'm saying is I bet you this was always going to happen, and they were either lying to people saying it wasn't going to happen, or Sony just put it in there and people didn't notice that Sony was just going to take over eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling that's just what the plan was all along from Sony.
Cameron, thank you for the subscription.
Here, I can...
So, Sony has confirmed Bungie is slowly being folded into PlayStation Studios 2 years after the $3.6 billion acquisition. They're not worth that much, but here we are. 2 years after Sony acquired Bungie in a $3.6 billion deal, the Destiny 2 developer is slowly losing the independence it was originally promised. The deal, which closed in mid-2022, was supposed to let Bungie operate as an independent subsidiary under Sony's umbrella. But after missed revenue targets, internal struggles, and multiple rounds of layoffs, Bungie's role within the PlayStation ecosystem is changing dramatically.
I'm waiting for Bife to come out and say, well, guys, I guess it's over for them. This is not what we wanted, but people aren't playing their game, so this is the natural... I'm just waiting for Bife to come out and say, guys, it's over.
I just want to say, I called this almost a year ago.
I called this too.
I said this was happening before the end of 2025, and I got called an idiot for this. Guess what? I was right.
He was right, chat. He was right. Chat, you should like spam like Temp was right or some shit in the chat. I don't know. But he was right. And any of you naysayers who said he wasn't right, he was right about...
I was right.
About it. The dog deserves head pats because he was right.
How much copium is Bife on right now? We don't know. Bife is not... At least if he's talked about it, it's not in a video format. If he's talked about it, it's been on a stream.
Or on Twitter.
No. Well, maybe. I don't follow him on my business account. Temp is an idiot. Just not on that.
Come on, chat. That's mean.
Temp was right. Thank you. Over the past year and a half, several key departments at Bungie have been moved under Sony. This includes teams handling marketing, publishing, HR, legal, IT, production, and most recently, strategic partnerships. Even Bungie's creative studios and leadership figures, like former CTO Luis Villegas, has transitioned into senior roles at PlayStation. Sony now says Bungie is becoming part of PlayStation Studios. The latest update comes straight from Sony itself during the company's Q1 2025 financial earnings call earlier today. Now, I want to add on, this article was on August 7th.
Okay.
For context to that. Newly appointed Chief Financial Officer Lin Tao addressed Bungie's status and confirmed that its autonomy is slowly fading. About the governance of Bungie, at the time of acquisition, we were offering a very independent environment. So that was one way of thinking, Tao explained. However, we have gone through structural reform, as we announced last year, so this independence is getting lighter, and Bungie is shifting into a role which is becoming more part of PlayStation Studios. And integration is proceeding. In the long term, you can see this as an ongoing process. So the direction is to become part of PlayStation Studios. In simple terms, that means Bungie isn't operating fully on its own anymore. Thank God.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think we talked about this at some point during Dogwave a little while ago, but I think them no longer being independent is going to help them.
I do too.
Probably.
I think that ultimately, I'm not agreeing with Sony and everything because they're the Last of Us machine.
Yes.
But
I'm of the opinion.
When you let...
Okay.
So here's what I expect, and this happened when Microsoft bought Activision. They kicked. I'm blanking on his name. I want to say Strauss Zelnick, but that's Warner Brothers. Hold on. Former CEO of Activision.
From MommaOcco.
Bobby Kotick. So when Bobby Kotick, he was basically out at Activision Blizzard when Microsoft fully bought Activision. And I fully expect that to happen here too with Pete Parsons.
You think so?
I do.
I hope he's like legitimately kept away from the company. I mean, like, what has he done effectively for Bungie ever since he became the CEO? Or what has he done for Bungie in general? What is like his contributions to the company? Is he just been always the CEO?
Okay. No, he wasn't. But he basically took over as a hostile takeover.
Pretty neat barn house. I will not take the credit for this chat. I looked up pictures online, and I'm basically following the pictures online because I am not good at designing barn houses or farmhouses. I'm pretty decent at designing like regular medieval houses, but I needed some inspiration, so I took this idea I found on Reddit. I'm not going to take inspiration for it or credit for it. Excuse me. Continue.
So Pete Parsons basically, he was like someone like under Microsoft at the time, and it wasn't like anything major, but he was doing stuff for Bungie along with like the actual CEO, and then Pete just kind of like, as far as I remember, the actual way it happened is he just kind of squeezed his way in little by little until he took over as CEO and kicked the old one to the curb.
Okay.
Which is when Bungie started going downhill. Shocker. So I'm gonna say it. Pete Parsons is pretty much like another Gavin Newsom, where they claim a lot and do nothing but bad. So getting rid of Pete could actually benefit Bungie and actually allow them to start making good shit again. I doubt it, but we'll see. In simple terms, that means Bungie isn't operating fully on its own anymore. Bit by bit, the studio is being folded into the larger PlayStation organization, just like Naughty Dog, Santa Monica Studio, or Guerrilla. While no specific timeline was given, Sony clearly sees Bungie as part of its long-term plans for first-party development, especially around live service projects.
That they suck at now.
That they suck at.
They have not done good at live service projects for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know what they think they're getting.
Bungie's had a rough stretch recently. Reports suggest the studio has had around 1,600 employees before its October 2023 and July 2024 layoffs. After 2 major rounds of cuts and transitions into Sony, it is believed that only 850 employees remain.
Jeez.
You don't even need that many! Whatever. In related news, Destiny 2's latest expansion, The Edge of Fate pre-orders, were reportedly down nearly 50% compared to the final shape. This follows a continued drop in player engagement and interest.
Really quickly, what was the pre-orders for the expansion before that? Because I thought that we had like a large amount for Lightfall, and then obviously it was down during Final Shape because people were kind of iffy on Final Shape. So I'm assuming that, like... Yeah, I'm assuming that it's even... I don't know, I'd have to know.
I am looking. To put into perspective, Destiny 2's previous expansion, Lightfall, released in February 2023, has around 249 million estimated lifetime pre-orders. The Witch Queen, which released in 2022, has a 2,244 million lifetime pre-orders. and Beyond Light, released in 2020, has 3,129 million lifetime pre-orders. So here's the estimated pre-order numbers for all 4 expansions based on our analysis. Let me bring this over to this screen so you all can see what I'm looking at. Yeah. That's
Okay.
bad.
Beyond Light, Witch Queen, Nightfall. Jeez.
That's how much damage Lightfall did to the brand.
Damn.
So, if Final Shape was down nearly 50% compared to Final Shape, when Final Shape was only pre-ordered a total of 407,601 times.
Damn. And they only got 50% from that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Reportedly down nearly 50% compared to Final Shape. If that's the numbers, oh damn. Oh damn.
They went from 3 million with one of the best expansions ever. Or excuse me, this 2 million with the oh, it's so bad.
Yeah. Anyway, this follows a continued drop in player engagement and interest, adding further pressure on Bungie as it works through internal restructuring and full integration into PlayStation Studios. What do you think about Bungie losing its independence? Good. Is this good for Destiny and future projects like Marathon? Yes.
Possibly.
Plain and simple, yes.
Does it mean that 343 outlived Bungie? Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely, 100%. So that's about it. Like, it's insane.
You don't need you don't really need much more to say that Bungie's dead now.
Now, do we want to just mention a game studio that actually is doing well compared to Bungie?
Sure.
Let me find this post because I lost it. Where is it? Oh, it's right. It's literally this one. Heh.
Oh, yeah.
Celebrating our 9th anniversary with Gekken Traveler plushies. Hello, everyone. It's hard to believe it's been 9 years ago that we launched No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky is 9 years old. Holy shit.
It continues to be an incredible journey, and we feel so lucky to have this opportunity to continue to expand this game we love with such a warm and welcoming community. The stories we hear from you as you embrace new updates, the creativity we see as you build your own bases, customize your own ships, form your own groups, means the world to us. We have a few surprises planned, including collaborating with U2s to bring you something a bit special. And it's a couple plushies. I won't get one, but hey, if you want one, there you go.
They are cute.
We really love these plushies, and we're happy to let you know they're available from U2s. Thank you for being part of the story so far. Our journey continues. Sean, it's a very short and sweet. Thank you for 9 years. They do say there is more coming. It's just right now, this is what they have ready. So I'm sure we're probably pretty close to the next update anyway.
It's not been that long since their last update, wasn't it?
No, it was like in June. I suspect we'll see one in September. If not September, October. But
From MommaOcco.
and who knows? Maybe there could be other collaborations. I would say it's like a bad example, but they did collaborate with BioWare and did a Mass Effect one, and we could see that return. Or they could collaborate again. I'm gonna use some other spacefaring like Star Wars, Warhammer. Both great examples of stuff they could collaborate with if they wanted to.
Yeah.
To celebrate 9 years. Star Wars. Did I mention Star Wars?
I don't know.
I mentioned Star Wars.
You could just mention Star Wars again.
It's fine. But the point stands is this is just the beginning of their celebration of 9 years.
Yeah.
So it's good to see that the game is doing good. Now, Sean, let us give you money. To be fair, they're actively saying, if you want to give us money, here
Now
you
you can give us money.
So, to be fair, how much are these? Hold on. Yes, go to there. $30. $30. Hell, I'd buy one if like I could like give myself an excuse to buy a plushie that will just do nothing but shit on my shit.
Shit. So it's a Mutahar plushie.
All it will do is sit on my shelf and do nothing.
It'll shit on your shelf. Will it also tell you that it's an engineer?
Technically, it kind of is. Because it's just the Traveler plush I'd buy, which is technically an engineer. So it's already better than Mutahar.
No mention of Star Wars? Well, there's nothing Star Wars that's happened yet.
No.
Star Wars isn't on the table this week, chat.
I would
Sorry.
say I would put it on my throne if I had a throne.
Why don't you have one?
Because I need to get that bank account first.
Just put your dad's bank account on there.
Anyway. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I think this is good. I'm glad that they're doing well for 9 years. And I can't wait to see what's there. I will be honest, I reinstalled No Man's Sky.
I now that I have like a 2 terabyte SSD for free, I have it on there as well.
So I don't know, I might start playing No Man's Sky again. That required, I need to go back and finish Claire Obscure, but
I need an excuse, but I don't have one yet. Right now, my excuse for a game to play is just Minecraft.
Yep. I'm gonna be right back, chat. I do need to use the restroom.
Okay, have fun in the restroom. Go water. Go be a dog. Go water your whatever. I'll read out some more Supa's chat. Thank you again, chat. Very, very gracious tonight. Zedmaster's on fire tonight. Thank you, I appreciate it. For $5, is it just confirmed that Marathon is effectively dead? No. This might actually force them to do more work for Marathon, because Marathon is the game that Sony was like, you owe us this game. Marathon is a game that you must make for us. So there is a chance that Marathon might just like be a game that comes out because Sony asked for it. Because we don't see that there are any plans to shelve it. There are plans to obviously push it back. But there is not, as far as I can see, plans to shelve the project. Because why would they? Why would they shelve a project like that when it's been in development for so long? Sony paid for it. Sony wants it back. Or Sony wants it to come out.
Sony wants what to come out?
Marathon. Somebody asked if Marathon was dead, and I was like, no, it can't be. Sony asked for it. It's going to have to come out at this point. It doesn't matter.
I think Sony said that they're aiming for February, but I don't have confirmation on that, so it's not in the docket.
Gosh, February? That's sad.
Yeah. Which means they're also releasing Marathon in the year GTA 6 comes out, and I don't care what happens, GTA 6 is... Anyway.
It's hilarious that they want it still. They paid for it. My assumption is just going to be that they're going to put it out and it's going to sink or swim, and they're going to probably fire people based off of how well it does. I mean, if I was them, I'd still lay off people right now, you know. Let's see here. Angry Dude for 10. Dark Side Royalty has a great series of videos in this. Bungie has a massive history of being unable to meet contractual obligations. Bungie is just finally getting their due. This is true. This is very true. We've talked about it quite a lot. Bungie just sucks, in my personal opinion.
Bungie absolutely sucks.
Sorry,
look at his tard eyes. So effing cute.
Tard
you mean
eyes?
the Gex? The Gex plushie.
I see. Avenge asks, what's the point of separating Microsoft in the first place just to end up being part of PlayStation? Because they thought they could do it well on their own. And guess what? They didn't do it well on their own. That's the problem. They couldn't do it on their own.
They could if they made consistent product, but they couldn't, for the life of them, make consistent product.
No. Chaos for 5. I'll never forgive Sony for destroying Japanese studio branch, and now I will never get my Gravity Rush 3. Screw you, Sony. Middle finger emoji.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened to my skin? Why is my skin not a beautiful purple octopus? I give it 3 months, then a server shut down.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. And Zen Master for 5. Back to 343, outlive Bungie is hilarious in the most bittersweet way. Microsoft kept 343 in check, but at least the studio is functional. Not always in the best way, but I would say that they are more functional than...
Oh yeah, they're more functional than...
How retarded is that? The game studio that took over your baby is outliving you while you are dying in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
That is, like, sad.
So, we went from good to maybe bad to like, you know, with lots of bad, then we have a good. Who wants to go back to bad?
Oh, jeez.
Because it's time to go back to bad.
Oh boy, Morty. Oh dear.
Zach Kreger says his Resident Evil movie exists outside of the original characters because fans already have that with the games. I'm not going to tell Leon's story.
That's a different excuse. I've not heard that one before.
I've not heard that one before.
It's not a good excuse, but I haven't heard that one before.
Zach Kreger remains adamant about not remaking any story within the Resident Evil saga for his big screen adaptation. Although he wants to have an original plot, the weapons director told Inverse that he's not breaking the rules of the games. He continued, "I'm the biggest worshiper of the games, so I'm telling a story that is a love letter to the games and follows the rules of the games." Kreger will direct the movie based on the highly popular horror video game franchise. He has written the script alongside his co-writer, Shay Hatton. Constantine Film is producing and co-financing the film. Constantine's Robert Kolzer, Vertigo Entertainment's Roy Lee, Miri Yoon, and PlayStation Productions are also producing. Kreger is set on creating a project that is outside of the characters of the games, but he reassured fans that the game's roots will be respected. "It is obedient to the lore of the games. It's just a different story," Kreger said. "I'm not going to tell Leon's story because Leon's story is told in the games. Fans already have that."
Okay,
the
so
original Resident...
I'm kind of okay. Maybe people can hate. You can hate me for this if you want. I'm kind of okay with that because he's at least saying I will respect the games, but also tell a new story. I'm okay with, because technically that happened with the Mario movie. Technically that happened with the Sonic movie. Like, we're not recreating anything.
Well, no. What I think the problem here...
He says he's a lover of the
like,
games, so maybe he'll just respect it more.
I hope he does. My biggest concern is, like, you don't have to retell Leon's story. You don't have to tell Chris's story or any of these characters. But these characters should exist within the context, because if you do a fully new cast with no connection to the other games, at least in the case of, like, Resident Evil 7, and I know this happens, so I'm not spoiled by it because I'm still playing the game on stream.
Mm-hmm.
I know eventually Chris Redfield does show up, which ties RE7 to the other ones. Whether or not people like that or not is, you know, up to them. But the fact that that exists to begin with ties 7 to the rest of the series.
Chat saying X. I mean, like, here's the thing. If he fucks it up, he fucks it up. But, like, if the guy has played the games, that gives it gives me a little bit more
Credence?
Yeah, maybe. It just makes me feel a little bit less antsy when a guy says, I've played and I love the games and I'm immersed in the lore, but I'm going to tell my own story in the world. Like, as long as he tells his own story that doesn't trample on the legacy of the games, then I'll that's okay.
No, if he does that, great. My biggest concern is just the how does he make it fit within the context? Because I feel like in order to make it fit, in order to combine, if like it's an original story, kind of like RE7 and RE8 were compared to, you know, 1 through 6. That's great. There have been spin-off games that are beloved, but those spin-off games also had known beloved characters. Is this going to feature an entirely new cast of characters we've never seen before? Is it going to tell new stories with characters we know but not tied? And I want to point out that we had, and I think Gabby brings it up, great example, DMC Netflix. Oh my god, it's so bad. The Monster Hunter movie. Oh my god, it's so bad. The Resident Evil adaptation on Netflix. Oh my god, it's so bad. Don't get me wrong. It was one of Lance Reddick's final projects before he passed away. But they made Lance Reddick, I believe they made him Wesker, and he was so bad because they pushed identity politics the entire time, which led into Umbrella, and it's just, why would you do that?
Right.
So, Resident Evil has had, and to be fair, the Capcom movies in general have just had a horrible string of just like, why can't you follow the damn story like it's supposed to be? Are you allergic to it?
Well, it comes down to the point where it's just like, what are you seeking? Are you seeking them to just tell the original story in a movie? Or do you want to see something? That's the thing that where I am in the middle. Because I'm like, I'm willing to see something new as long as it's like not like giving a middle finger to what came before. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with that. Because I feel like just retelling the same story also gets boring and also gets uninteresting after a while. And that's why,
Absolutely.
like, if somebody's willing to come out and say, it's not going to be the original story, but I like the original story, I've enjoyed the games, and I will make sure that whatever I come up with is good. That's my thing. Is I'm kind of tired. It's like my argument where I'm like, I'm tired of remakes. Well, I'm tired of, like, video game movies just being the same thing. Like, I know when the Zelda movie comes out, if and when it comes out, it's not just going to be, well, I would hope at least it's not just going to be like a bland Zelda 1 or whatever. I'm hoping and praying that when the Legend of Zelda movie comes out, it's a little bit more. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. But like, I look at this and I'm just like, I will give a guy a chance if he comes out and says, yeah, I'm gonna make my own story, but I'm not gonna trample all over what I like.
Yep. And Demi's right. RE1 movie by Paul W.S. Anderson is great. And the thing, I put that in a post today on Twitter where I basically said, I will give credit to those movies because despite the fact that they really struggled to follow like the narrative of like the movie or the games, they can create something still compelling and it ties to the games. Even if it's like an original story and it's like you wanted to do like a multiverse kind of story. I don't know why my mouth's not moving with the model. Hold on.
It is for me.
There we go. That might fix it. Maybe. But at least they created something compelling. They created a new main character that followed the point of the games and then occasionally sprinkled in known characters. I think, to confirm if I'm wrong, I know they did Jill, Claire, and Chris. Did they do Leon? I don't think they did Leon. Because it basically tried doing what? It did 6 movies. And I think it just all took place within like the context of like Raccoon City. I know some, not all of them did, but they kind of followed that same premise instead of splitting off like some, like I guess now RE7 and RE8 and potentially 9 are doing. And 4. Leon is in 5, as is Barry and Ada. Okay, fair. The first 2 movies were fun, mainly for the fan service in 2. There was a lot of fan service in 2. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. There was fan service, and it was glorious. So yeah, those movies at least had their brand, like their flair, that was fine. But in the case of like the Netflix stuff, like Capcom is just unable to just adapt their own stuff and be consistent. It's clearly impossible.
Some games,
I don't know why.
Some game studios just don't want to be consistent, I guess.
They really don't. Krager has set on creating a project that is outside the characters of the games, but he reassured fans that the game's roots will be respected. It is obedient to the lore of the games. It's just a different story. Krager said, I'm not going to tell Leon's story because Leon's story is told in the games. Fans already have that. The original Resident Evil was released in 1994 as a PlayStation game before being ported to other platforms. In 2002, the first Resident Evil film premiered in theaters with Mila Jovovich and Michelle Rodriguez, which is the movie we were literally just talking about. Jovovich went on to lead the following Resident Evil: Apocalypse, Extinction, Afterlife, Retribution, and the final chapter. In 2021, filmmaker Johannes Roberts took on the franchise reboot Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City as the writer and director. Ahead of the August 8th release of Weapons, Krager told Variety he hopes to capture the cinematic experience of Resident Evil. Those games pioneered something special. He said the pacing of those games is so unique and effective, and just being locked in with one of the character moving from point A to point B, knowing you're going to pass through this gauntlet of terror and you've got to be methodical and thoughtful about it, that's cool. That's cinematic. So I want to tell the story in the world of the games that honors the lore of the games, but it's a new story. And I think if he can do that, it's great. I've just been given no proof that they can.
There's just been too many bad films recently that convinces me that it can't really be done.
Exactly.
With Sonic really being the only...
And Mario.
Yeah.
Here, let me show you what fan service people were talking about for the second movie. That works. Oh, of course you did that. There we go. So the design, and this was actually pretty faithful. The design on the left is her game design. The design on the right is what they did for the second movie. And damn. That would not be allowed today.
It's...
I appreciate it, but damn.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see. Nemesis also looks great in the movie. Nemesis does look pretty good in the movie. They did do the Nemesis story fairly well, and they made it impactful. Smash! Oh no.
I'm sorry, whenever you say Nemesis, my brain just goes to different places.
No, there's an actual enemy in Resident Evil just named Nemesis.
Okay. Ooh, there's a lot of sheep over here.
Like, literally just named Nemesis.
What the fuck? There's like a sheep caravan over here.
Okay. I figured we should talk about this before Dogwave is over, because we got not a lot of time. Unless you're up to going longer.
I mean, how much more do we got tonight?
Collective Shout and Roblox are our next big two ones.
Okay. Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay. We'll do Collective Shout then. We're gonna return to the wonderful filled world of drama.
The bowels of Twitter. Oh.
Yeah. Breaking. This is from Smash JT. Shared with me via anonymous tip email, Collective Shout has been caught sending out emails labeling anyone daring to question their authoritarian approach as enemies. This doesn't sound like something a victim would say. Dear blank, over the last 2 weeks, we have been subjected to the largest coordinated cyber attack in Collective Shout's 15-year history. Our team has been hit with a daily barrage of vile abuse and harassment. We have been bombarded with rape and death threats. Our images have been morphed into porn. We have been doxxed. Haters have circulated our photos and tried to find out our home addresses. 10 petitions were launched against us, full of false accusations. Elon Musk retweeted one of them. There are currently hundreds of YouTube videos slandering us. Hi, we did a couple of those.
I was about to say liable, but technically, if it's a YouTube videos, technically, yeah, it could be slander. But it depends on what the YouTube videos are saying, what they're alleging against you. And so far, everything I've seen is actually true.
Yeah.
I don't like it when people say, oh, I am being slandered. And it's just like, okay, how are you being slandered, fuckhead? Anyway, continue.
What has caused this vicious pile-on? Our enemies. are trying to destroy our operating systems. They've gone after our global allies, charitable partners, ambassadors, and other backers. They've tried to get social media platforms to shut us down, but we won't let them. Your tax-deductible gift today will... And protect our movement. Do you want to donate 20, 50, 100, 250, or $1,000? Our opponents will stop at nothing to bring us down. They've made that very clear. That's why we need your help right now to protect our movement. A movement on track for its biggest year of victories ever, including this one. Our enemies are trying to destroy our operating systems. They've gone after our global allies, charitable partners, ambassadors, other backers. They've tried to get social media platforms to shut us down, but we won't let them. Your tax-deductible gift today will be help us protect our cyber systems from malicious attacks, help keep our online spaces free of women haters and trolls, help us collate beliefs of evidence or police, e-safety, and our lawyers, help uphold our freedoms and rights to continue speaking out. Send a message that we will not be defeated. With your support, we know we will overcome. Thank you, Melinda and the Collective Shout team.
I love how they're like, please give us money.
This is
it's not just e-begging. It's what every fucking guy on the internet, like, and this isn't just one end of the spectrum. This is literally every grifter that says, I'm being silenced, please give me money. And I'm sure that some people that are silenced do, we should shout out people that are truly being silenced. But this just reminds me of all the guys, especially some of the ones on Rumble, quartering every single week. It's like, guys, I'm being silenced. I can't get my videos out to anyone anymore, even though all my videos are clickbait trash that nobody wants to pay attention and watch. Mm-hmm. So that's what it kind of reminds me of.
Oh, yeah, no. 100%. So, because you're going to do that.
Open it in a new tab.
So this kind of goes over it. And they gave examples. Nathras Megal, it's funny how you, especially against incest. What, even your father didn't love you enough? Don't worry, my bat gonna fit nicely in your skull.
Oh my gosh.
In Minecraft.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't condone that.
I don't like that. I don't either. But okay, fine. I believe that the people responsible for this should be. Oh, I'm not gonna finish that. I don't condone that. No.
Pregumen. That comes from Pregumen_. You are truly a fucking broken individual. If you take somebody whose username is Pregumen_, that person is a retard. And you're taking that retard seriously.
Oh, God. And aristocratic Cthulhu. Giving women a voice was one of the biggest mistakes men have ever made. That was normal. I've heard them all make that one daily.
Well, the mall's not too far off, I'll be honest.
No.
I was banned from Tectone's Kick Chat after calling him retarded with a hard T. Please give money. What a fucking baby.
So, they kind of went further into it. It's to punish us for our successes in getting a raft of games, including rape, sexual torture, and incest games off gaming platforms, Steam and itch.io. As you recall, we sent an open letter to 6 senior executives at 7 payment gateways, calling on them to stop facilitating and profiting from gamifying violence against women and girls. As well, 1,000 of you emailed the executives. Soon after, Steam and itch.io added new terms and conditions to conform to the requirements of payment gateways, retransactions they wouldn't facilitate. This resulted in almost 500 games coming down off Steam. itch.io went further, pulling 20,000 not safe for work games from an audit to check for compliance to the new standards. This historic victory sent rape and incest simulation game defenders into a frenzy. In our years of activism, making lots of enemies along the way, and being somewhat battle-hardened, this act of misogynistic cyber warfare is off the charts. Our opponents will stop at nothing to bring us down. They've made that very clear. That's why we need your help right now to protect our movement. And they just go on to the same thing we talked about. Oh, God! I didn't need to see the image of them. That just makes it worse.
They're all Karens, man.
They're all Karens. Every single one of them. Yeah. And they got a wonderful wake-up call this week.
What did they
I may not agree with everything he does.
Oh.
But Trump signs executive order to contest payment processor censorship.
Right. Did they complain about that?
I don't know. United States President Donald Trump signed an executive order on August 7th, which could have an impact on the ongoing censorship implemented by payment processors. The executive order, titled Guaranteeing Fair Banking for All Americans, addresses the ability... Sorry. Is it fair banking for all Americans or fair banking for all Israelis? Just want to ask.
Okay. You can't glow that hard.
I'm glowing that hard. He's made his allegiance known. Ava doesn't like this executive order. Is Ava around?
I don't like it either.
Yeah, some things about this. It's like, I don't know.
No, I don't like it probably for reasons that people might not suspect.
Well, we'll keep reading this and point them out when you see them. Guaranteeing fair banking for all Americans addresses the ability of payment processors to punish individuals for constitutionally or statutorily protected beliefs, affiliations, or political views. Additionally, the bill calls for an end to clauses regarding the reputation risk. Hold on. I bumped my headset and it made noises, and I'm afraid.
I didn't hear nothing.
I know. I heard it, and that's what bothered me. Affiliations or political views. Additionally, the bill calls for an end to clauses regarding reputation risk on the part of the payment processors. Payment processors like Visa, MasterCard, Stripe, and PayPal regularly claim that objectionable speech represents a reputation risk and attempts to financially disenfranchise content creators. Within 180 days of the date of this order, each appropriate federal banking regulator shall, to the greatest extent permitted by the law, remove the use of reputation risk or equivalent concepts that could result in politicized or unlawful debanking, as well as any other considerations that could be used to engage in such debanking, from their guidance documents, manuals, and other materials other than existing regulations, or other materials requiring notice and comment rulemaking, used to regulate or examine financial institutions over which they have jurisdiction. The removal of such concepts shall be made clear by each appropriate federal banking regulator through formal guidance to their examiners. The federal banking regulators shall also consider rescinding or amending existing regulations consistent with applicable law to eliminate or amend any regulations that could result in politicized or unlawful debanking, and to ensure that any regulating firms or individual reputation is considered for regulatory, supervisory, banking, or enforcement purposes solely to the extent necessary to reach a reasonable and apolitical risk-based assessment. Early in the executive order, Trump gives examples of surveillance targeting potentially conservative citizens as the reason for his intervention. So it seems that the blow to adult content censorship may just be incidental. For those who don't know, payment processors have become de facto censors of online platforms, sites such as Pixiv, Patreon, Fansly, and have been compelled to change their moderation practices under the threat that payment processors may scuttle their ability to do businesses, which is what happened to Steam. If Steam didn't bow to the payment processors, Steam would go under.
Yes, I was about to say.
Most recently, Steam and itch.io were forced to make changes, directly naming MasterCard, PayPal, and Stripe as the source of the censorship. So, I'm curious, what do you not like about this bill?
It's not a bill. It's an executive order. Executive orders can get overturned literally once the next guy comes in. It needs to be enshrined as a law by the House and the Senate and signed in. Otherwise, the next guy could literally just say, nah, we're okay with banks doing that shit. Also, I just don't feel like that. How the fuck did you get out? Oh, that's how. I just don't think that it does as much as people will think it will. Because I feel like the banks are going to come back and say
The
something.
banks are going to find a way around it. Plain and simple. They've been doing it for years. They will continue doing it for years. And nothing will change. Because they will just change their wording, and that'll be that.
I don't think it's necessarily that. Fuck, I left it all the way over there. I'm just worried that it's not specific enough.
No, yeah.
Because part of the problem is why banks have been able to do this is because of the Patriot Act. You got to kind of get rid of that first. Because the Patriot Act is what is telling these people to do this. The Patriot Act tells them they are required to do this if they feel there is a inherent risk to the people that they're working with. They're working on a bill that does the same. I hope that the bill gets enshrined into law then. But I don't. My big concern is that this won't do anything.
See, my big concern is if it does get signed into bill. You know those 3 bills that are actively promoting the ID censorship that the UK is pushing? I fully expect that to end up being hidden in a bill somewhere. Like that. I'm just saying, I don't trust government as far as I can throw them.
Yeah, but this is one of those things where you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. We kind of need the government to do something about this.
From MommaOcco.
Thank you for the
Internet
for the 5.
Send $5 for more hats. Stop blackpilling people, Temp. You make me feel like I should start
And then,
sometimes.
I want to, I guess the last thing to bring up
In a while.
would be Roblox.
So Roblox is an interesting one because I've been following. There's 2 things with Roblox. First one is this dating thing that. Oh wait, no, you actually pulled up something different first off. Good. So the first thing I want to talk about is first they're introducing dating into Roblox. I really don't care about that. I don't really feel like there's much that you could say about that. But Roblox has also been like in this internal like fight with a guy named Ruben Sim. Ruben Sim is a very interesting guy. He kind of like grew up playing Roblox. So I kind of, when it comes to people that like have an investment in a game like Roblox, he's one of those guys that I kind of see and I kind of recognize him as being a guy invested in the brand that is Roblox. He's been doing this series on YouTube where he points out issues with the game that is Roblox. Now, chat, here's what I will say. Inherently, Roblox is a child game. It is made for children primarily. Obviously, it's a sandbox like Minecraft. So because it's a sandbox, you're going to have a lot of adults working on things in it. And so, you know, that's fine. But the problem is, because it is inherently a child's game first, there is an issue where adults will go in and there's a lot of very unmentionable things that I don't really like seeing that show up in Roblox that shouldn't be showing up in there. And Roblox can fix these issues very easily, very quick. I left the dirt. Fuck. Very easily and very quickly, and they don't do it. And because they don't do it, you have people like Ruben Sim who love this game and also, to a greater extent, also don't want the children that play this game to be exposed to gross shit on the internet. You know, stuff that, like, you know, it doesn't matter if it's an adult sees it because it's an adult. But, like, you really don't want the kid to see all of the weird fetish shit online. Like, I think we can all agree. Yeah, I agree with that. But my approach of the internet has always just been ban kids from the internet. So that, you know, that's that. But he is the only one that's like actually been doing something in terms of trying to fix Roblox. And he's done a couple of different things. He's made videos on it. He's called out predators that actually exist in the company. He's had them threaten him with lawsuits. And it's been really interesting. His most recent thing is he made a bot for Discord where Discord, if he marked somebody as sus, because there's these things in Roblox, and I only know this from watching him. where people would make these like clubhouses where adults would get in and do ERP. And I don't really care about ERP. ERP is your own thing, but I really don't feel good about it in children's games. It's one of those places where I don't like it. So he started doing this thing where if he detected somebody that he had marked as being weird or sus, the Discord bot would flag it in the system, and people that adopted that bot would be able to ban those people from their Roblox servers. And Roblox came in and said, if you do that, we're going to sue you.
Yep. So this is what the actual cease and desist letter actually said. We write on behalf of Roblox Corporation. Hold on, let me actually just like enhance the size of this. We write on behalf of Roblox Corporation. This letter serves as a formal cease and desist notice regarding your unauthorized and harmful activities on the Roblox platform. Your actions are a violation of Roblox policies and directly undermine Roblox's safety efforts and critically are exposing our users to increased risk. These actions include, engaging in simulated child endangerment conversations, sharing or soliciting in personally identifiable information, and directing users to move conversations off platform. Okay. Roblox is committed to aggressively combating illegal and harmful conduct, including child exploitation, through a dedicated and sophisticated team of safety professionals, advanced moderation systems, and partnerships with law enforcement agencies. For example, Roblox proactively reports potentially harmful content to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, or NCMEC, the designated reporting entity for the public and electronic service providers regarding suspected child sexual exploitation. Further, Roblox maintains direct communication channels with NCMEC and agencies like the FBI for immediate escalation of serious threats that we identify. While Roblox acknowledges that your stated intentions may be to protect children, while it recognizes the serious nature of online predatory behavior, your methods, including failing or to immediately report suspicious activity to Roblox through proper channels, are actively interfering with Roblox's established safety protocols and critically are exposing Roblox's users to increased risk.
Oh, that's so scummy of them. They're basically saying because you didn't come to us first, we're upset at you.
Yep.
Do you know why he didn't go to them first?
Because they do this.
Well, no, because they didn't care. They only care because he is doing his videos and he is exposing this shit. Like, he has gone to them in the... That's the thing, is like, I've followed Rubinson for a while. He's gone to them in the past. He said, here's these issues. Please fix this. And they don't do anything.
Yep. No, absolutely. Accordingly, and pursuant to Roblox's policies, Roblox will be closing your accounts. Please note that Roblox community standards prohibit opening new accounts to evade an enforcement action. Therefore, we demand that you cease and desist from accessing Roblox platform. Please be advised that Roblox reserves all rights to take any and all appropriate legal action against you should your violations of the Roblox community standards continue. Such actions may include, but are not limited to, claims for breach of contract, specifically a violation of the Roblox terms of use, to which all users agree, and violations of the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, 18 USC and 1030, etc., which prohibits unauthorized access to computer systems and data. Very truly yours, Roblox.
A warning for parents tonight.
So, Shalab, created by Michael and backed by 6 advocacy. Brain, I need you to function, please. Advocacy-minded individuals is on a mission to keep minors safe. Their work has already led to 6 arrests of child predators and was even spotlighted by a local California news outlet after they tipped off police about a 21-year-old trying to lure a 13-year-old. Michael, now 22, was himself a victim as a minor when an adult targeted him while he was playing Roblox. 6 years ago, the trauma nearly drove him to take his own life. When his mother reached out to the Roblox team, she was brushed off. But it gets even more shocking. After recovering, Michael chose to stay on the platform because he had made genuine friends. But after years of playing, he discovered that child predators were still rampant on Roblox. So he took matters into his own hands, launching a personal crusade to expose them. At one point, he even offered his help directly to Roblox to keep kids safe. Not only did the company ignore him, the CEO, David Baszucki, blocked him on X. Now, Roblox has officially labeled vigilante groups like his a platform risk and warned that anyone involved could have their accounts banned, calling their efforts harmful to others. So far, Celeb has been responsible for the arrest of 6 child predators, and at I Fight for Kids and his group took down a game developer who was active on Roblox, creating his own game, messaging a 14-year-old, and admitting to watching child pornography involving victims as young as infants.
I don't like that.
Schlep has regularly reported child predators to Roblox, individuals actively grooming minors on the platform, yet Roblox often takes a long time to suspend them, or simply ignores the reports altogether. Some of these predators' avatars openly promote age play and display map flags and apparel, openly identifying themselves as minor attracted persons, PDF, or just simply sharing I heart minors. Ugh, God,
yeah, so what these predators are doing is they are trying to introduce children to pornography as young as they can by walking around in game with those slogans, so that when children ask about them, they'll teach them about it, and that's what introduces them to that shit early on.
Yep. This vigilante group has been contacted by hundreds of victims and potential victims thanking them for their work and advocacy to keep children safe. Yet Roblox claims that such groups are increasing the risk of more users being exposed to bad actors. Chat, if you want to read these, I will post this in the chat. So if you want to go read all these different posts, you are more than welcome to go do it. But I do not want to read everything, just in case YouTube decides to be moody.
Sounds like the Roblox heads are more interested in protecting Preds. Well, I'm not going to repeat that as fact because I don't actually know it, but I've heard rumors that allegedly people near the top were having issues as well. So I don't know how true that is, so I'm not going to repeat that as fact. I'm just going to say that's something I've heard, but
yeah,
what I will say, chat, is again, what I reiterate this again and again. Children should not be on the internet. We're done with kids on the internet. All right, no more kids on the internet. We're done with it. All right, we tried, it failed, so kids should not be there anymore. Okay.
Yep.
No more kids on the internet. Okay.
This thread is designed not only to alert parents about the dangers their children face while playing online, but also to put pressure on the Roblox team to take the safety of minors on the platform seriously. Even with new safety feature updates, the company is facing multiple lawsuits across the country alleging it made it too easy for pedophiles to pretend to be children on the platform. I, mother of sons who play Roblox, teamed up with Michael after learning about this issue from a video by another mother on TikTok. Oh, I'm sorry. It had to be TikTok. Who uncovered predators engaging in inappropriate conversations with underage children while her child was playing. Michael and his group are working tirelessly to warn minors through their YouTube channel. As a mother, I want to reach other parents who may still be unaware of the dangers lurking online. I hate the...
Those are some of the people that were caught?
Yep. Please help spread the word. Our kids deserve to be safe online. They shouldn't be online, but fair. They should at least be safe. Shall we make it worse? Who wants to make it worse?
You gonna talk about the dating shit?
No, not yet. That's coming. Breaking. Roblox Chief Safety Officer Matthew Kaufman has just unloaded over $800,000 in stock right after the company hit child predator catcher Real Schlep with a case or a cease and desist and amid growing calls for his resignation. They know it's coming, and they're trying to escape.
If he dumped that much stock, something is definitely coming, yeah. Also, chat, we finally got our sheep farm done. What did you think of the sheep farm? I'm curious. Sorry, go ahead.
We're about to make this even worse.
Okay, don't like...
It is now time for the dating stuff. Roblox CEO horrifies every parent alive with his ambition that the platform become a dating hub. even if he promises age verification, a virtual date to start, and then if they connect, move to the physical world. Ugh.
I've tried dating apps, chat. They don't work out very well.
They don't work. Yeah. The tech industry specializes in tone-deaf executives. The people who run these billion-dollar companies are often so removed from the real world, the daily reality of all of us peons, that they can seem like a different species. To take one recent example, imagine you get laid off by Microsoft, and then one executive tells you to console yourself with AI. And while the CEO says you lost your job because of the enigma of success in an industry that has no franchise value. It's like Bizarro Land sometimes. And the latest entry comes from the Roblox CEO, David Baszucki, who on a recent episode of the Tech Stuff podcast, first spotted by Private Eye magazine, has returned to a pet topic, online dating. Why is it a pet topic to him?
I don't know.
I don't like that.
Look at this rooted dirt, chat. I love rooted dirt.
Baszucki first started banging this particular drum, in public anyway, at last year's Roblox Developer Conference. And the necessary context here is that Roblox users' base skews incredibly young, with near roughly 40% of users under the age of 13. I hate people.
I don't know if that space is sufficient for a CDG free range certification. Well, we're not going for free range, chat. There's going to be some raising of sheep, and then some of those sheep are going to be corralled into smaller spaces so that they can make me colored wool for my castle. I'm gathering materials so that we can build a city.
Baszucki promises that any such dating service would require age verification, but there are reasons to be skeptical of such services, and Roblox has, in the past, faced allegations that it's being used to groom children. In one especially horrific case, it was used by a pedophile to groom, abduct, and sexually assault a 15-year-old girl. It's true that Roblox is continually improving its rules and safety features, but there is no one on the planet who thinks adding dating to this platform will go well, or could possibly be made safe, except, you know, the CEO of Roblox Corporation.
And pedophiles, of course.
Yeah, and pedophiles. Baszucki's dating comments come in the context of his explanation of the safety features the platform already has, and those that are in the pipeline for age groups like 13 to 17-year-olds, a very vulnerable age. He also addresses his recent comment to any parent uncomfortable with Roblox, simply, don't let your kids be on Roblox. You shouldn't be on Roblox. Anyway, he is right to that. The parents should not be letting their kids on Roblox. But that requires parents to give a damn about their kids these days.
Oh, that's funny. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Peace.
Yep. I was hoping my answer would be construed as any time a parent is uncomfortable with anything, says Baszucki, like I'm looking outside at a lake right now, and if I saw my 2-year-old, I'm not comfortable having them at the end of the dock without a life jacket on. I'm a parent. I have 4 kids. I would always want parents to, if they're not comfortable, follow their intuition. The dating stuff arrives in the wider context of Baszucki's definition of Roblox as a wellness platform, as much as a gaming platform. And buckle up, here's how Roblox is going to help solve social problems. Young people who have gotten disconnected at school, young people who are going through a mental health crisis, young people who are going through something, says Baszucki. Finding people on Roblox to connect with, I mean it, sounds gratuitous for me to say it, but parents say, my kid is alive because they found people on Roblox.
Which is retarded.
So I think there's a loneliness epidemic going on in the world.
Just I'll
go out on a limb and say for, in quotes, 21 and up, ID verified, opted-in users, someday we'll have dating on Roblox. And I think a lot of people who might be afraid to go on a real-life date might find it easier to have a virtual date to start, and then if they connect, move to the physical world. A wellness platform I think of as a platform to help loneliness and bring connection. Baszucki seems to have an enormous faith that Roblox can eventually reach a place where things like grooming can become a solved problem through technology, particularly AI moderation tools. Okay. My job at a higher level is driven by a certain level of morality and ethics. Does it? Because I can't tell. I don't literally consider my job the user count on Roblox, but I do consider this as an inevitable form of technology. We've been given the opportunity to shepherd it in with civility and with optimism. That's an exciting job. This kind of technology is coming. AI is coming. Can we do this in a way that is more civil and higher quality than any other company could? That gets us all up in the morning, and so I'd say if we do that and we build this technical vision, we are going to see more users doing that stuff almost as a byproduct. Ugh.
Indeed.
I hate people. Hey chat. No on the Roblox situation.
There's
Just
an
a big
axolotl!
old fat no.
There's an axolotl! I don't have a bucket though, so I can't take him home.
Oh,
there's another one!
About Roblox rumors, the one I have heard about was actually about child labor for game devs.
That's another one. Yeah,
Oh.
there's a lot of child labor going on with Roblox. It's kind of crazy.
Oh,
Wow. Where the children will make games for very cheap, and then the adults will pocket a lot of the cash made from it and barely pay the children anything. Yeah, that's a thing that exists. Kind of weird. Look at the axolotl! He's so cute! Sorry, I'm getting distracted with cute little creatures.
it's fine. It's refreshing considering that dark path we just went down. I hate people.
Yeah, I'm of the opinion
I
that
hate people.
Toontown did it the best when you couldn't chat with
I hate
anybody.
that. I hate all these. I'm closing this article. I hate it all.
There,
I'd
there.
rather look at Trump.
Damn. Hi there, little boy. He's so cute. I want to take him home and put him in a pond.
We have one more Roblox thing. I didn't even put that in that docket.
Fuck, where's that flower?
Roblox rolls out open source AI system to protect kids from predators in chats. Because that can't go wrong.
I need to come back with a bucket.
Roblox, the online gaming platform wildly popular with children and teenagers, is rolling out an open source version of an artificial intelligence system it says can help preemptively detect predatory language in game chats. The move comes as a company faces lawsuits and criticism accusing it of not doing enough to protect children from predators. For instance, a lawsuit filed last month in Iowa alleges that a 13-year-old girl was introduced to an adult predator on Roblox, then kidnapped and trafficked across multiple states, and
Jeez.
the suit filed in Iowa District Court in Polk County claims that Roblox's design features make children who use it easy prey for pedophiles. You don't say. There's a reason I say don't touch Roblox with a 10-foot pole, or 20-foot, or 30-foot. Just don't touch it, period. Ever. Ever. Roblox says it strives to make its systems as safe as possible by default, but notes that no system is perfect, and one of the biggest challenges in the industry is to detect critical harms like potential child endangerment. Is it too late for another flood of the Earth? No, never too late.
I didn't think
Never
about it,
too
chat.
late.
How do I get back up? You know what? I know what to do.
The AI system called Sentinel helps detect early signs of possible child endangerment, such as sexually exploitative language. Roblox says the system has led the company to submit 1,200 reports of potential attempts of child exploitation to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children in the first half of 2025. The company is now in the process of open sourcing it so other platforms can use it too. Oh, good. Sorry, I need to take a drink of water.
You're fine. I had to stretch.
Preemptively detecting possible dangers to kids can be tricky for AI systems
You don't
and humans
say.
too, because conversations can seem innocuous at first. Questions like, how old are you, or where are you from, wouldn't necessarily raise red flags on their own. Yes, they would! Because that's doxing, you dumbass! I hate
Don't touch
people.
Roblox.
Don't touch Roblox, ever.
So, Junie, asked me sometimes to play Roblox with her. She's an adult, but
she needs to stop playing Roblox.
she's a teacher. It's a little bit different.
Nah.
I trust her.
Choice words. Wouldn't necessarily raise flags on their own. Yes, they would. But when put in context over the course of a longer conversation, they can take on a different meaning. Roblox, which has more than 111 million monthly users, doesn't allow users to share videos or images in chats and tries to block any personal information such as phone numbers. Though, as with most moderation tools or rules, people constantly find ways to get around such safeguards. It also doesn't allow kids under 13 to chat with other users outside of games unless they have explicit parental permission. And unlike many other platforms, it does not encrypt private chat conversations, so it can monitor and moderate them. We've had filters in place all along, but those filters tend to focus on what is said in a single line of text or within just a few lines of text, and that's really good for doing things like blocking profanity and blocking different types of abusive language and things like that, said Matt Kaufman, the same guy that took out $800,000 in stocks, by the way. But when you're thinking about things related to child endangerment or grooming, the types of behaviors you're looking at manifest over a long period of time. Sentinel captures 1-minute snapshots of chats across Roblox, about 6 billion messages per day, and analyzes them for potential harms. To do this, Roblox says it developed 2 indexes, one made up of benign messages, and the other, chats that were determined to contain child endangerment violations. Roblox says this lets the system recognize harmful patterns that go beyond simply flagging certain words or phrases. Taking the entire conversation into context, that index gets better as we detect more bad actors. We just continuously update that index. Then we have another sample of what does a normal regular user do, said Naren Conneru, Vice President of Engineering for Trust and Safety at Roblox. As users are chatting, the system keeps score. Are they closer to a positive cluster or the negative cluster? It doesn't happen on one message because you just send one message, and it happens because of all your days' interactions are leading towards one of these two, Kaneru said. Then we say, okay, maybe this user is somebody who we need to take a much closer look at. And then we pull all their other conversations, other friends, and the games they've played, and all those things. Humans review risky interactions and flag to law enforcement occur accordingly. Hey chat, remember what I said about not playing Roblox? Don't play Roblox. Ever.
Akko's nodding off. Oh, I'm sorry, chat. Somebody sent me something, and I'm checking it while Temp's reading. But it is the dating thing is just.
Oh my god, I hate people.
I agree.
I reading all that just makes me lose faith in humanity again, and I had no faith to begin with. So damn. I hate people. If the AI system is made by the Roblox people, I'm sure that shit will be made easier for groomers to get away with. Exactly. Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about tonight?
No, not really. Like I said, I'm getting tired.
Okay, well then we'll call it. What I'm doing next week, I'm glad Temp passed the vibe check. Hey! So there is a good chance that we will not be playing Resident Evil 7 on Friday. Good chance. Because on Thursday, the Warhammer 40k Dawn of War Definitive Edition is coming out. And I've been in touch with, I'm going to say the Merchants Guild about acquiring a copy. And if they come through, I will be playing that on Friday instead. But Grounded is still on for Wednesday night. We'll be doing more Abiotic Factor with Magma on Saturday. And I might pull a change to Baldur's Gate. That may be exclusive to Twitch or exclusive to Kick from going forward. Because as much as it is nice to do on YouTube, Baldur's Gate might also be screwing the algorithm for me because of 2 streams on Saturday. So we'll see.
Just remember,
And
the
of course-
algorithm is another way of just saying audience.
Yep. And then Dogwave on Sunday. Again, chat, if you like the content we produce, I would greatly appreciate you leaving a like, subscribing, hitting the bell for notifications, and joining the Discord for the most up-to-date information on when I go live. It is also the best way to be able to talk with me, because I do talk there quite regularly. So if you enjoy the content, I would greatly appreciate all that. So thank you so much. Akka, what are you doing next week?
I'm gonna start working on my next video, which
Okay.
I have a rough idea of, and I'm gonna do some more chilling, man. Is making a video, it's an hour and a half long, and then releasing it is like its own emotional thing, and I'm not really like used to. I'm used to like 20 to 30-minute videos that are chopped together, that come from... Oh fuck, my white supremacy sticker is coming tomorrow. I'm used to smaller videos. As well as my new, as well as my advanced... By the way, chat, have you considered re-upping on your advanced GG? You can do so by using code MommaOcco10 for 10% off advanced GG. They are introducing new protein powder now, so that's cool. Otherwise, normal stream schedule. Honestly, I'm slowly working on things in the background. Not gonna spoil what my next video is, but I think it's gonna be nice.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I'm saying that. I don't even know what it is.
I don't even think I've told you.
I don't think you told me either. And then, of
No.
course, Grounded on Wednesday. That's with Akko, Magma, and Ava. So that'll probably be the next time you see Akko. Maybe. And then, of course, your typical streams for the week.
Yep, I still got some supers to read, so
Okay, go ahead.
when you're done. Okay.
Oh, I'm done. Go ahead.
Thanks again, chat, for all the love tonight. I appreciate it. Chaos for 5. I will never give... Oh, I already read that one. I read that one. Internet's a master for 10. Dear Lord, I've heard less desperate money begging from politicians. Melinda and Collective Shout invoking Gamergate as well, given the 11th anniversary of that event is in 2 weeks, is hilarious. I remember when it was the 10th anniversary and I listened to people talk about it. That thing will never die. Chat, we're gonna get to the point where the where Gamergate is allowed to be an adult, go get drinking, and people are still never gonna let it go. Internet Zen Master again for 5. Stop blackpilling people, Temp. You make me feel like I should start glowing sometimes. Is the first good thing we've seen in a while. I don't know what he's talking about, Temp, but what are you blackpilling people on?
I don't know.
Fair enough. Mercenary for 2. Roblox starts protecting pedo bears. How Batman stares. Internet Zen Master for 10. The Roblox CEO having an obsession with making his game a dating app while Roblox is infested with pedos is insane. Suddenly a member of the C-suite dumping his stock and fleeing the company makes sense. Very true. Mercenary for 2. Why does it feel like Roblox was built for just this? It's a sandbox. It's not made for just this, but I don't know. Again, Mercenary for 2. Anyone feel Roblox is run by PDFs? Well, that is an accusation that I cannot substantiate. Thus, it is not one that I will repeat because I don't believe it because there's no proof. But you know, if you're willing to prove it, you know, whatever. Anyway, Mercenary again for 2. How about couch co-op only for kids? No online. Yeah, let's be fine with that. And then Dammy Supreme for 2. I summoned the $2 to cheer you up. I think I appreciate that. It deeply it deeply helps me feel better. And I especially needed to feel better because I spent $10 on a shit game that I couldn't even play.
Akko, I want you to know that I have sent you to Australia.
Okay. Who's live? Is Mizu still
Yeah,
alive
who's-
right now?
Yeah, Mizu is live. We'll send you to Mizu.
All right, chat. I'll be back on Wednesday for Hump Day.
Yeah, chat. And Wednesday for me was Grounded.
Is
So chat, you
Mizu
you
on
all-
Twitch?
Mizu is on Twitch. I'm sending everyone to Mizu on Twitch. I can't raid you over on YouTube yet because I've not figured out redirecting, nor am I partnered or affiliated, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
no
We'll-
raid.
We'll see you guys.
Go over to Mizu on Twitch.
See you guys next week.
Bye, chat. See you on Wednesday.